Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Hi.
It's D&D time. It's D&D time. I was gonna sing a song, and then I was like, no.
What's that watch? It's D&D time.
It's D&D time. It's D&D time. Oh joy.
So my current watch face on my Apple Watch is just a picture of a sheep that has the text on it. I am a sheep in sheep's clothing. I can be trusted. I'm not like, what do you want from me? I looked at my watch. It's D&D time.
It's sheep time. Also dog, also owl, and lizard, wizard, and egg time. It's D&D time, y'all. It is. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Heroes and Dead Men, episode 17, apparently. Because I can't do numbers. Numbers are hard. It's not like I'm an astronaut and need to use those. Anyway. But anyway, I think we should do some introductions, because that's what we always do first. So, Chameleon.
What's up, everybody? I'm Shaman. I semi-retired streamer. I stream on Finny's channel and Finny's channel alone. And I play a character known as Civ Rampart. He is a Rune Knight fighter and getting ever beefier the longer he stays in this world, taking up more and more of his father's old toys like armor and shield and stuff.
I thought you meant he was getting like massive gains.
Oh yeah. That and his voice gets really high pitched and he grows in size.
I was gonna say, does it when he levels up? When he levels up, does his voice, like, does the pitch in his voice when he beefs up gets higher? Like,
if I could do the Mario sound when you grab a mushroom with my mouth, I would do that right now.
Oh my god.
Yahoo! I know that's not
but
the
yeah,
noise,
that's me. On to MK.
Yes, hello, hi. I am MKPrince. I don't stream. I play the character a big bird called Tornrobe, a Kenku sorcerer who's just figuring out life and magic and how he lives or dies in the world. About as simple as that.
He is also very cold.
and doesn't breathe.
Pulse.
Or wait, yeah, he doesn't have a pulse, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Very weird of him.
Slightly concerning.
We don't have time to unpack all that. Hello everyone, my name is Swoftsheep, your friendly neighborhood sheep tuber. I love all things both soft and sheep adjacent, and I am playing the paladin, tiefling, Verity Rosewater. She's very pink, she's got cool horns with funny rings on them, and a couple adorable animal companions. She fights with funny flowers, and is looking for her brother. Kind of.
I love her.
Yeah, that's great.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I want to be at least a little bit hopeful, okay?
No.
I suppose that means it's my turn. Hi, everybody. I am Finny the Great. I am an astronaut, everybody's favorite, in fact. I don't know why I've forgotten my own intro, but you know, it's fine. Who cares? Yeah, so I play the lovely, fabulous Princess Euphemia Annalise V. Arum, 12th Princess of Goldcrest. She is my celestial warlock, who sometimes uses a sword as a sword, but not really. She does have a gun, though, so that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, she's basically a pretty princess stuck in the apocalypse. It's terrible for her hair. And her skincare routine. They're a mess. She's upset. Anyway, that's my lady. I love her. She's so blue. And she's very gold.
Blue.
Very blue, yes. Very blue. And some golden. I like her. Anyway, I think that brings us to Doug.
Hi, I'm Doug. I'm the dungeon master on these parts. I make the whole setting and do all that jazz, and I'm also in charge of all the enemies.
Fear.
I'm also in. Well, I was gonna say And we will see what happens to these unfortunate souls here today.
We don't have to be unfortunate. If we just avoid the
how it
plot
works.
forever.
This is what happens. You get used to it, I suppose.
I don't know about that one, though.
Stella, my beloved, hold on.
I always have fun, but I'm also always scared.
Dog time.
Shut up.
Okie dokie. Let me just pull everybody to the map. Does somebody wish to grace us with a recap?
Does it matter who does it this time?
I think technically, yeah. It's just after a multiple of 4, so it could be anybody's ball game today.
I will do it then.
Anyway, Swath, go ahead and strike away your recap.
Yeah, so we essentially finish up. We've got like Oracle in tow. We try to heal him. It doesn't work because his health is all fucked up. So we just sort of bring him back to town. Town's extremely happy because the barrier was up for a little bit. So like everyone was like outside, just like skewered meats and like not amazing stuff, but like better fare than they were getting like before. Because like morale is like kind of up. We give Yellow his cilantro. We go to the cathedral to figure out how to help Oracle. We spend 1,000 gold to figure that out later. We run into Tesh, who's running a funny food stand. Everyone against Euphemia's advice, or rather, at least Verity and Tornrobe take some funny food items after deeming that they were not that crazy. But Euphemia was big mad about that. We talked to Gwen. She said that there's like a pylon for the inner city barrier somewhere in like the inner city, but like not like 100% sure where. If anything, it like we might have some decent luck like looking under the keep, because like the inner city just has like a shit ton of like catacombs and stuff underneath it. Like the fucking keep like just got built on top of a bunch of times too. But we like can't figure out how to get in there, so we were like trying to figure that out. Also, Gwen was like, "We're gonna get attacked by orcs soon," and we were like, we'll be back to deal with that. Verity cheers up Yuffie once they're like back in the Great Hall. They have like some good talks. And then we went to go see like Oracle after that whole like ordeal, where he's like, yeah, my whole team died because of an unknown entity. I think maybe I'm done. I think maybe I don't want to be an adventurer anymore. This shit is scary. But he did tell us that, like, he's from Hesh, and, like, he described the Soul Seeker to us. And also, we found out that the shadowy monster that we ran into in, like, Asher's house, like, came out of one of those arrows, and that was, like, new information we didn't have before, which was weird. Yeah, we talked to Aura. Aura's like, like, we tell her that there's, like, a saboteur, and she's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, based on what you said, the two people that did all that, like, they're really fucking strong, and also they probably have a motive. Because I can't imagine they would do it without one. That's kind of where we end the day. We decide to do some side quests to bring up morale before we take on the orcs. Right before we settle in for a long rest, Kasseri, who had been missing for the entire session, came back with a letter from Verity's brother, which she read and was essentially like, what are you doing here? Everything's fucked. I can help save you, maybe. I can help get you out. Anyway, bye. Which kind of freaked Verity out. She told Euphemia, and then they woke up the boys to tell them. In the process of waking Tornrobe up, Yuffie found he has no pulse.
Yeah.
That's a perfect recap.
That was wild.
It's crazy.
That is a perfect recap. So,
Thank you.
after those events, you all went back to sleep.
Honk
We
shoot.
hit the
Sleep.
ambiance, which I realized we don't have Winter Highlands going, and I love that ambiance.
Ooh.
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 What? What is wrong?
Ooh.
Nothing's wrong. I'm just
Great.
making
You
noise.
scared me.
Everything's fabulous.
I'm just making noise.
All right. So, we all would be back inside of the Great Hall as you have all gone to sleep.
Sleep.
I don't think I have any dreams listed. I do not have any dreams listed for tonight.
Nice.
Very, very well. Alright. So you all go back to sleep. Well, we'll spend a little bit of time on it. How does everybody feel? Verity, what are you thinking of at this exact moment?
As
You
she's
sleep well, that
trying
kind
to
of thing.
sleep, or as
Correct.
she's asleep? What are you talking?
You can describe it however you'd like.
I think Verity has a really hard time falling asleep. She had been spending a decent amount of time like writing letters to her brother, but she didn't send any of them. She didn't think that she was like, that was something for later. This kind of came out of the blue, and while she is not incredibly surprised, isn't quite the word that I want. Because like I definitely think there is some surprise there, but she's not super surprised that like, oh well, I mean, it's not crazy that Haven would know that maybe I'm here, and my general state, given that I have been traveling with Kasseri, who has told me she is his familiar. I think it's weird that maybe he didn't say anything until now, but I don't know what's going on with him, and also I think he might be doing bad shit.
Right. A lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah, so she's tossing and turning. She's not having a good night.
Very well. Let's go over somebody who's probably having a better time. What's going on, Euphemia? You having a good time or a bad time?
I think she's having an okay time. I feel like she would
An average night?
yeah, pretty normal. However, I feel like she would glance over at Tornrobe every now and again just to
Make sure he's still not breathing? What?
just is he going to breathe? Is he has he always been like that? What the fuck? But yeah, I don't think it would be too eventful otherwise, aside from just mild concern.
Oh man. All right. Mr. Civ. Do you care at all about these recent events, or are you sleeping fine?
Like a goddamn log.
He's out right now. He's not even going to answer the question.
Oh my god.
Shaman, are you here?
Yep.
You're up, brother. Are you sleeping well?
Civ is exhausted from carrying around Oracle on his shoulder,
He hits the pillars like a
And-
light.
but he's gonna be passed out, and he's gonna be having I don't know about just imagining worst case scenarios about what's going on in the keep.
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
how he can figure this shit out.
Right, he's doing some problem solving, but that's all on top of being tired and probably drunk.
Yeah, both.
Fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic. Mr. Prince, what is Tornrobe up to at this moment?
Tornrobe was awake, staring at his hands. I think lost in thought.
Oh God. All right. That's good answer. Good answer. Alrighty.
Family
The night-
Feud. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. The night passes quietly with nothing negative happening.
Hooray.
Civ, you are probably not. Verity, you were probably the lightest sleeper at the moment. Verity, you wake up to a banging on the door.
All right, I'm up. I go to the door.
Do you open the door, or do you ask through the door who's there?
I yell on the other side. Who's knocking?
It's me, Jim. I got your breakfast already.
Does it sound like Jim? I think it sounds.
Sounds just like Jim. I mean,
All right, I open the door.
You open Jim. You open the door. Jim's got a breakfast set out. There's a bunch of different little pastries and stuff. Something you probably haven't seen in a good recent time. There's a cup. There's a scone, and you would know the Great Hall doesn't make those. There's a couple of other fine breakfast is out. There's a stack of waffles, that kind of thing. And he sort of,
I'm
yep,
not-
good luck. He walks away.
Wait,
What's wrong?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
He walks away.
Yeah.
Got other shit to do, sorry.
Yeah, she's very much like, I am curious as to why it's this breakfast today, but
You know it's
I don't-
not
I don't
usual
care
that you're
that
woken
much.
up with breakfast.
yeah, I'm like, I don't
everybody
care
else
that much.
everyone else would wake up. Well, let's just go through. Euphemia, what do you have for breakfast?
I think Yuffie would grab. You said that there were like scones and stuff.
It's like the most generic breakfast you ever could have imagined, but it's like good quality generic stuff. There's like little bowls of cereal. There's like a little hard boiled egg. Like it's like a weird assortment. What's an example?
Eggs.
It's kind of like the food you get like a continental breakfast. It's like that quality.
Interesting. I think in that case, Yuffie would probably grab, I'm hung up on scones. I don't know why. But like an orange scone. I think she would pick up one of those.
Oh yeah.
Like a nice
there's
cup
all
of,
the fruits.
hell yeah. Like a nice cup of like Earl Grey tea or something. Like a nice breakfast tea.
Oh, incredible.
Oh
incredible.
yeah, and she's like, as she's like setting up herself, she's like making sure everything is lined up, like everything's set nicely on her plate, and like.
That's so funny.
Fantastic. So is it like, are you like having a light breakfast, or are you digging in?
It is a light breakfast. She's a lady
Light
after all.
I just had to ask.
Hilarious.
Light breakfast.
Hilarious.
Okay. Mr. Civ,
Yes.
what do you grab from this breakfast?
Oh, if we're talking continental breakfast style, you know what I'm going for. I'm gonna grab the nearest cup of pancake mix, and I'm gonna put it in one of those fancy little things that
Okay,
flips.
sorry. I covered this earlier. There are pre-made waffles. There is no waffle machine. This is
Oh,
a fantasy setting.
Damn.
This is a fantasy setting. I don't have time to put a waffle machine in here.
Really? A blacksmith couldn't have made a curling iron and then some superheated
When
stone?
does the
All right,
outer city
you know what?
get a Waffle House?
I redact my previous statement. Polaroid cameras exist. Waffle irons can exist.
Hell yeah.
You find a waffle iron.
Yeah, a waffle iron that has like a little flame underneath it.
It's
He's
magical.
gonna
It's
wait
a
for
magic
the
waffle
beep.
iron machine.
There you
He's
go.
gonna flip it over.
Yeah, you flip it over. Go ahead and roll me a d20. We'll see how good you cook.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty easy, so don't roll really bad, and if you roll really good, we'll reward you. Anything in the middle 10, though. Oh my god.
There you go.
Nah,
That's a
Damn.
natural.
No,
What
but-
do I give you with it? What do I give you?
Blueberry pancakes.
What do I
Wow.
give you out of this?
That is the
I'm
world's
trying to think
most,
of what I give you for a natural 20 on your cooking check.
like the fluffiest,
damn
most
waffles he's
moist.
ever
Do you have
had.
inspiration?
What?
Do you have inspiration?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
everybody can have inspiration for the natural 20 on the waffle.
Hell yeah.
I cooked
Just
the best
looking at
thing.
how
Okay, here's
beautiful
the
the
real-
waffle is.
Do you man the waffle iron station? Do you offer other people stick waffles, or do you only make
I
them for
sit down
yourself?
at the table, and everyone can see how beautiful my waffles look, and I give them a wink.
They
And
radiate.
he'll offer to make everyone some.
Fantastic.
Dude.
Is it all you have, or is it? Do you just pile on top of the waffles?
Oh, he's using a monstrous amount of syrup, but
Okay, gotcha. All right, fine then. Verity.
Yes. It's a very funny image in comparison to Euphemia's very dainty light breakfast, because Verity is like double fisting one of everything.
Oh my god.
No utensils, probably just using her hands.
At least use a
Oh my
fork.
god.
A
I have
nice.
two perfectly good hands.
Your hands are dirty, and she like
Napkins are for.
she like kind of flicks a napkin over, like gross.
Yeah, there's like, do you eat the fruits at all, or is it just like the baked goods?
Oh no, she eats like the fruits and stuff too.
Okay, gotcha.
Like when I say everything, I mean everything. Even
you
the
try
things
everything.
that don't necessarily look that good, like she would still take because it's probably better than she's used to.
I was gonna say exactly. Like you're used to like relatively bland food. Nothing here is good, but
Yeah.
everything here is like fresh.
Yeah.
Is like there's a good taste to it, even though it's not the highest quality meal. Fantastic. Euphemia.
Yo.
as you're sort of setting out your little beautiful scone and your array of forks, you notice that one of the seats at the table is not set.
Wait a second. Why is Tornrobe not on the map?
Where's our friend?
Oh no. Is this going to be a recurring bit?
I did it twice! Yes! Sorry, technically I did it 3 times. This is the 3rd.
Oh god. Yeah, no, as Yuffie is getting set up, she's going to look like... She was probably going to say something, and then she stops, and she looks at the empty spot, and she says, did Tornrobe run off by himself again?
Verity shrugs as her mouth is full and says, I mean, I'd say he's probably dead, but we found out yesterday
that!
he doesn't have... Well, he doesn't have pulse!
Yeah, but
So
still!
technically, that's an accurate statement. Although, I would like to know where he is.
I'm
Could
sorry.
always check the cemetery.
I just thought, allegedly!
Allegedly! I mean...
Should we? This is strange.
I mean, yeah, now that you mention it, it is weird. Do you think he'd be at the cemetery, or do you think he's doing some sneaky stuff, like, and then points to Euphemia?
What?
Like, Verity is talking to Civ at this point.
Hey!
Perhaps he's baking another pie for the man at the wall.
That is a thought.
I mean, do we know anyone that's after Tornrobe in the way that Tesh was after Euphemia?
I'd hope not.
I mean, from what I can tell, while he did have a penchant of getting into trouble by himself, he didn't have any enemies, per se.
Oh, but at the mention of Tesh, I think Yuffie starts to get a little worried.
He said the pink one, but maybe it's the crow.
Yes, it's entirely possible that he lied.
Like a liar.
Like a liar. He lied like cheap rug. Oh. Yuffie is going to get up from the table, and she is just, for her own sake, peek into the room. And see if, like, maybe he's hanging out in there. Like, she does not want to sit anymore.
Right. Yeah, you poke your head in and you see like a letter by where Tornrobe was sleeping, like kind of leaned up against the wall.
Oh, dear heavens. She will walk in and she will read this letter to herself.
And you pull it open and it's only 7 words. It says, "Do not worry or look for me."
Does he know us?
He's stealing my bit! This was that was my idea to do that. Now he can't do the same thing as me. He's copying me.
I think you're
Civ is
getting
going
upset about the
to
wrong
peek over Euphemia's shoulder and examine the handwriting. Does it look like it was written in bird scratch?
That's a great question. Have you ever seen Tornrobe's handwriting before?
No.
I feel like that's bird phobic.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check, Civ.
What?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check. Don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
Insight.
You're good. Yeah, it looks like his handwriting.
Nice.
I don't know if this would be an insight or a perception check, but could Yuffie check to see, like, maybe look at it and see if, like, the letters were written really quickly, like he was, like, in a rush or anything like that?
That's an investigation check.
Okay. Well, I'm good at those. I'm bad at those, actually.
I don't think you know enough about his handwriting to understand that.
Yeah.
But like, also, we don't have like pencils, right? So it would have taken him some amount of time to have written this.
True.
Verity, like, looks at Feta, if he's around.
Oh yeah, Feta would, like roll it from under the table.
Yeah.
What is it?
And did you see the funny bird
Hey,
leave at any
He walked
point?
up like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Feta. That was very helpful.
He rolls back on the table.
What a guy. Feta says that he left about 2 hours ago. I didn't ask him if he was in a rush. I didn't think to.
Yuffie just sighs and she will walk out into the main great hall. And she'll shout, Mr. Jim! Jim! Like,
Yo, I love that. That's freaking incredible. That's so funny. Okay. All right, yeah, you walk out into the main room. You see Jim standing behind the counter talking to Selenius. Erwin had walked in at some point and said hello, but she's here. Jim, what? And he walks out. Well, what is it?
the bird, where is he?
Who?
Tornrobe, the bird, the one Kenku in this entire city, as far as I know anyway.
Is he not with you?
No. Have you seen him?
I mean, he ordered breakfast for you guys. I mean, that's about it.
He's stealing my bit!
He learned from the best, I guess. I don't know.
I really think that you're focusing on the wrong thing here, Euphemia.
Listen, by the way, thank you for the upgrades. We really appreciate it. There's been, you would not believe, look behind him, like this central, like, keg kiosk thing is like 3 times as tall with many more nozzles on it. And you can see that, like, the kitchen in the back is, like, covered by a tarp being renovated.
Wow.
Ooh.
Renovated kitchen. Fun.
Thanks, by the way.
Yes, great, you're welcome. Any indication from him of where he was going, what he was doing? Was he angry or scared or... She's like prattling.
I did not see him. I did not see him leave. I was busy cooking.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I'm sure he's telling the truth.
He is, in fact, not lying to you.
Damn it.
Euphemia. He just discovered that he didn't have a heartbeat. If I were him and around the dead so much, maybe I would try and research the living. We should check the Magus Tower. Why he doesn't have a heartbeat? Maybe he wants to know.
That's surprisingly a brilliant thought.
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. Do you think maybe he went to go talk to Daenerys? I mean, not having a pulse, dead man.
I forget if he mentioned the dead man stuff to us, did he?
You all know about them.
Oh, okay.
I've seen Daenerys, so.
Yasha walks up to you at this point, Euphemia.
Verity bristles
Hey,
and
how's
her
it going?
tail it's back and forth.
You wouldn't have happened to see Mr. Tornrobe anywhere, have you?
Who?
Our Kenku friend. The bird.
The bird. He left. I don't know where he went.
Yuffie rubs her temples. She's ready to, like, bop this man on the head.
You want me to find him?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna use his master tracking skills. He's gonna walk in. Okay, I got it. He walks past you, pushes in. Excuse me. He's gonna roll a survival check.
What a guy.
Holy fuck.
He's terrible.
I have no idea where he's gone.
Oh my god, you are useless.
It's not my specialty. I don't. Oh, excuse me. There's Art coming through. I have no idea where he's gone. I'm sorry. You can ask. Look, I'll try. He walks up there, it's bothering Jim.
This is why I need Kythalia back.
Is she more competent?
Significantly, sort of.
Sort of.
She had horrible fashion taste, but at least she was smart.
Okay.
She kind of huffs through her nose and she says, "Well, a good place to start, honestly believe would be the Mage's Tower, just because it's the closest place. Might as well, and perhaps the graveyard, and we'll seek out Daenerys as we walk around.
Okay. We will transfer over to the inner city map. Okay, go ahead and drive wherever you see fit.
Is that a solid plan?
And stay
I feel
together.
like it makes the most sense to hit up the cemetery first, since I think that he might be there. But yes, stay together. Civ, you can't go anywhere.
Yuffie huffs, and she will grab both Civ and Verity's hands. We're-
Seeing you leaving, Era would ask if you want her to follow you.
Yes.
Okay, she'll come on.
Grab somebody's hand, because somehow this group has a habit of sparsing off from each other.
I don't know. I think that Air can take care of herself, maybe.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank God. She follows behind you. All right, where do you guys want to go?
Let's go to the cemetery first.
I'm down.
Come along, everyone else.
Wait, are you sure
We're
I thought
all
Euphemia wanted to go to the
together.
tower.
Oh, did she want to go to the tower?
I was gonna say
I'm-
it's.
You like, do you walk out and both turn different directions? Because that's pretty funny.
Yes, while she is like holding
I said
both
we're
of their
going this
hands.
way.
I said we're going this way.
Where do you guys decide to go?
I
The
suppose.
magic tower is closer. We can go there.
Yeah.
Okay, you head to the Magus Tower. You do not find him.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a bit that happens. As you're walking past, you see that this bakery has been fully rebuilt.
Oh my goodness.
And you would sort of get this sweet smell of baked goods sort of emanating out from like a cracked door. As you walk past, it like radiates out a brilliant heat that is quite comforting in these rainy times.
Great, my friend is in danger.
Okay,
Told him
yeah,
to fix it eventually.
you ignore Broderick McMuffin on his grand opening day. You look in the window, you see about 30 cats inside the bakery.
30 cats!
30
That's a lot of
God.
cats. That's a lot of cats. Oh, I want to go see the cats. I'm
God.
going to go see the cats.
It's
I'm going
a
to drive
cat
Euphemia in to see the cats.
Is Pumpkin there?
Most definitely.
Oh my god! We can't get distracted. Wait, what if he's in danger?
I'm
What if...
already distracted.
Verity!
The cats!
Civ, talk some sense into her, please.
Perhaps we should find Tornrobe before we enjoy lounging around with cats in a sweet shop.
I don't know if I was going to lounge around, but fine.
We have things to do.
All right.
Yuffie's like really impatient. She is worried in her own way.
You head to the Mage's Tower after ignoring Broderick. You do not find Tornrobe. You are met at the door by Leo, who would be like, I've not seen this guy. Look somewhere else. He's definitely not here.
Well, rats.
What's wrong? Is he lost?
I mean, yeah, kinda. He just sort of run off.
Yeah, that's rough. Maybe the explorers could help you find him if he's really lost.
I'm not sure that he's really lost so much as he's doing something silly and
Right,
didn't
well-
tell any of us about it, but we'll
Maybe
figure it out.
Flanders could pick up on his scent.
I wish you the best of luck. I'll be here if you need me. He closes the door.
I mean,
Oh, he probably would he definitely invited you inside for tea. I rephrase. He's not a rude guy. He would invite you inside. He would not close the door in your face.
aw, well, thanks, but no, we're a bit
Oh,
busy.
yeah, he like goes to walk away. Like, I'll get you tea. You're like, no. All right, cool.
No, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
guys head on your own way. Where do you go
Yeah.
to next?
That is not a hunting dog, but also with all the rain, I doubt he'd be able to pick up a scent anyway.
I mean, Feta can roll if you want him
Feta, do you want to try?
to. Sure. Okay. He
Quick.
rolls. Got a +5 to this. He
Damn.
rolled a 20. Yeah, he would like walk back towards the Great Hall. He'd pick up on like a lingering trail, and he'd lead you to the cemetery.
Oh my god, Feta, you're so good. What a good boy. Alright, we should
Jesus
go to the
Christ.
cemetery. You're
All right.
welcome.
Yeah. You all walk to the cemetery, and
Yeah.
as you hit the edge of the cemetery, how many of you guys have been here before?
I don't know if... I think Verity went with Tornrobe one time.
Yeah, you sort
Like
of head
at the
in.
very beginning.
It's like kind of got like a very classic, like sort of like dark fence of like iron, sort of spiked at the top. There's a bunch of gates all along the walls. There's a sort of like a slight decline down a hill, into like a sort of sprawling like it more has like mausoleum vibes than big open graveyard. So all the graves are very tightly packed. There's a lot of like stone pathways to walk between. And all in all, it's sort of got a couple trees, and it's just a very like sort of it's a surprisingly beautiful place. There's like little aqueducts which pull away rainwater, and you would sort of be familiar with them for all over the city, but they're sort of condensed around here, and they sort of do a very good job of diverting the water.
Well, that's good.
As you walk inside, you would see two individuals sort of sitting in the distance, and we will cut away to that. Tornrobe, you have walked here to the cemetery. What are you doing on the walk?
Seeing as how it's the only place that he really knows, is there a big ass tree in the middle?
There is a big ass tree in the middle with like a metal bench underneath it.
He sits down at the bench.
Cool. As you're walking up, you see somebody already sitting at that bench.
Do I have to make a perception check?
Nope, it's very clearly who it is.
Oh.
You'd see Thaneris sitting down at the bench. He's sort of kind of leaning back against the chair, his hat sort of like covering most of his face. He's not like asleep, but like definitely kind of like relaxing. Like between his legs, he has his like staff, and it's sort of like leaning up against his shoulder. And he's just sort of kind of sitting there, looking off into the distance. This place is like at a slightly raised section of the graveyard, where like this like central dais is with like a couple benches and this big tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he would turn his head slightly towards you. He doesn't like go to look at you. He just like turns in like acknowledgement of your presence.
Tornrobe will silently walk up and take a seat right next to him. Well, not right next to him.
Okay, I was gonna say,
on the bench.
big question. This is the third three-person bench.
Yeah.
All right, he's not
on the other side. On the other side of the bench.
Yeah,
Not
as
like
you sit,
side of thigh, kind of close, but
as you sit down, he just says, "Bird."
ghost.
Oh, ouch. What brings you back here so soon?
For a second, Tornrobe stays silent. He once again looks down at his... Did Euphemia grab his right or his left hand? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. He looks at the hand that Euphy grabbed. And he says, I believe I might be dead.
Yes, that is an astute observation. I figured your observation. I figured you knew.
Did you?
I've had my suspicions. You've always been strange. You don't breathe, Bird. Your body works in mysterious ways, but it does.
Tornrobe starts to think for a second. I've only had 2 complete interactions with people who are living. I wouldn't know what constitutes signals of life, I suppose.
Right. Well, you are a unique individual for sure. I don't really know what makes you work the way that you do, but I'm sure... I don't know. It's hard to figure out. Is that all that's bothering you?
Do I have a soul?
That's a wonderful theoretical question. What is a soul? You have spirit? Yes, everybody does. But yours is not fully your own. He would sort of lean a little closer, say, Tornrobe, I've seen the way you interact with the spirits around you. You have a habit. Whether you do it on purpose or subconsciously, you tend to absorb the spirit of other dying creatures around you.
Tornrobe starts to sit up, and his eyes widen.
Not a lot. Just a little off the top. A fraction of a percent, but it mounts up. Your spirit is... You feel like that kind of like pulse of like somebody looking at your soul. It's very uncomfortable in the moment. Say, there's a pit at the center of it that's yours, but it's surrounded by spirit that is not your own. And unlike living creatures, you don't seem to generate your own spirit. You can only take.
Tornrobe will sit there and take a second to process it.
You mean to tell me I'm some sort of soul vampire?
I suppose that's a option, but no, not necessarily. I think your interactions are benign enough. The anathema is the one that is the vampire. It eats entire spirits. Yours doesn't matter. They don't really need it where they're going anyway.
Tornrobe becomes a little more relaxed after that.
That means souls are allowed to rest then.
Yes. But I wouldn't be concerned about making them incomplete.
What did you see when you saw my soul again?
What in particular are you looking for?
No, I'm asking him when he soul read me, what did he see?
I think he described it. It's like there's like a pit, and it's like surrounded by like a swirling vortex of like fragmented, like a million fragmented spirits. That's the kind of vibe you get.
Whoa.
Right. He sort of says, now, there is another thing that's worth noting you should be aware of.
He looks up.
I said you don't generate any spirit. That's one of the key features of being a living thing. Because of that, if you are not nearby death, eventually something will happen to you. It is only through your line of work that you are even here today.
How is this possible?
Well, he sort of sits back. Somebody or something saw fit to bring you back, and at some point you've died. When, I have no idea. If you don't remember it, it was probably very, very long ago, or it happened to you when you were not conscious, or somebody redacted your memory of it. But whatever they did to bring you back, they didn't do it the right way, so something must have been amiss. It's not too difficult for a powerful individual to bring you back alive if your soul died recently, or if the soul's powerful enough to bring you back if you've been dead for a century.
Seneris,
Yes.
I am not important to anyone.
I dare say that's not the case.
You do not understand. When I grew, not even those that were cruel to other living beings were cruel to me, because they were so frightened of my appearance. The only one ever to give me the light of day was the High Speaker. And even then, he only treated me as some sort of student, as
Right.
less of a father.
I cannot say why, but however, there is one last thing. You are, as I said, you are undead. You are brought back like any, sort of, thanks for the word, like any undead creature, a skeleton, a zombie, but for some reason you don't decay. I can't exactly say why that is. Usually there's two schools. Sometimes you bring back creatures and you use them as a servant and you control them. Other times you resurrect them and they become feral creatures like the zombies of Brazia. I don't know which type you are, but there are not too many more types. Sort of leans close. I don't know. I don't believe that you're a feral creature. That would be too much to say. But it is possible that there is somebody out there with, how to say, strings attached to you.
Alright.
For a second, he will think.
I've had no friends across all of my travels except my companions. My most recent companions.
Referring to Verity, Euphemia, and Civ.
Right. If that's the case, then it is possible this mandate came from above, and he points to the sky.
gods. Somehow,
He starts cackling.
the gods themselves wished me to live when the rest of humanity did not.
You will.
Just a possibility.
Oh, there would be such cruel irony, would it not? Favored by the gods and by no one else.
Well, what you make of this life is up to yours. I mean, you and I, at this point, we aren't too much different. We both died and been brought back. We both don't have very many friends, I suppose.
Who brought you back?
He would say, well, in my life, I accomplished a great deal, and instead of being ascended like most heroes, I was simply caught when I died. My spirit was swept away, and I was offered the position.
And this has been your life for the past 1,000 years.
Or so. Although it's changed a great deal. The tasks that one is sent on don't always match. But in the recent years, as I've grown stronger, I changed to this incorporeal form where only a few can interact with me. I don't kill for the Reaper anymore. I simply beckon and send them on their way. However, I am a failsafe for if something truly dangerous shows up. Particularly other heroes.
Yes.
You will. Tornrobe looks straight up to the tree, as to the rain falling around them.
Yeah, the tree does a good job of blocking the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe me to be some servant?
I don't think it matters. Technically, I am a servant.
Hmm.
How would I go finding the one that brought me back?
That is a complicated question. I suppose somebody, if you could find someone more powerful than me, they could potentially see these strings, but unless they start getting pull, I won't know.
Someone more powerful than you? Do they exist even on this plane?
I wish I could tell you. But like I said, it's not necessarily that whoever put those there is stronger than me, just that I don't know they're there until I see them. Well, there is a couple steps we could take. You would sort of turn to you and straight look at you, which hasn't happened yet. You would say, "What do you say, Tornrobe? Would you like a seat at my table?"
For a moment, Tornrobe will look past the cemetery at the gate, and he will reminisce on the times that he was unconscious and then brought back to life, and then unconscious and brought back to life, and then zapped in the chest by a goddamn dragon and then brought back to life. then hit in the shoulder with a dart and had his fucking leg chomped.
Would it be permanent?
Yes, the service is. It comes with a bit of free will. It depends on what you want. Listen, he sort of slides over. You already do everything that's necessary. The only difference is that when you send somebody on, I catch them. If you can do that as well, you'd be a wonderful servant to the Reaper.
Would
You
I
can
not
think about it. Oh, what's up?
Tornrobe would ask,
Would I be able to stay with my companions?
Well, there's a part of this. We could go to the table and get you in we should probably wait until it is less dire straits, until this, till the anathema is dealt with, I should say. But I can set ahead a missive and let them know to expect you. I can't bring you into the dead men on my own, but I can recommend you. It isn't necessarily something you have to do right away, but once I send that letter and recommend you, you will most definitely be caught when you die and be offered the position then. If you join now, you can have all the power and boons that would come with it.
But I would only be another servant.
You've seen the Praetor.
With that, he gets a dark look on his face.
You see what he does? We don't have rules. We have things we're expected to do, yes, but there is no direct control that my god has over me. I serve him out of adoration.
As do I.
Once you've joined, your life is your own. You're free to do as you wish. And of course, you can even wait until you've died.
Tornrobe takes a deep breath.
If it means more power to protect those that I care about, then I shall agree.
Right. He would stand up and sort of brush like the puddle of water that's amassed on his robes. And he would turn to you and he would hold out a hand.
He takes it.
He would he goes to pull you up as your friends are starting to enter onto the far side of the cemetery. And he says, "Well, friend, it's been a pleasure. I'll send that missive." And with that, he would turn to walk away.
My thanks, Daenerys.
He gives you a wave over his shoulder.
My friend!
That was
Yeah,
some...
Euphemia literally says that as she runs into the cemetery.
No.
No, that's so funny. That's so funny.
I figured Feta might still be on the trail.
I think as soon as you see him, Euphemia did not run off to go get him.
Oh yeah. Euphemia darts off and goes, "My friend!"
Still holding hands with the other two?
Oh, she's trying to.
Dragging him.
Yeah.
Are you referring to me?
She is going to let go of the both of them and grab Tornrobe and give him a hug. Cause
For a second, Tornrobe stiffens up in absolute shock. For a good 2 or 3 seconds. But then you feel his body relax as he just sinks into the embrace.
Aw,
And he feels...
friend.
You worry us so much so when you run off like that.
yes, you have a terrible habit of doing that. And she will let go and kind of.
Left like that.
Tornrobe, you watch as Daenerys turns back around and walks over to you.
Oh, hello again.
See, I told you he was with Daenerys.
And what's wrong with that?
Yeah, by
Nothing, we were just looking for him.
this point, Yuffie like lets go and kind of like dusts herself off. Like, how dare I show affection for my friends? And
I look
pouts.
to the group. I look to the group.
Did I not leave a note that said not to look or worry for me?
Yes, but I did too. And look what happened.
Did that work when Euphemia left a letter like that?
I do not have enemies or Well, I do not have enemies. Let's like that.
Yuffie's like puffing her cheeks. She's just
Right.
pouting.
Did you need something else, Daenerys?
He walks straight up to you and says, right, your friends are quite lively today. You said you wish to protect them, yes?
He looks to all of them.
With every fiber of my being.
You see him like reach to like the right side of his belt into like a little pouch, and he pulls a small silver thing out and he goes to hand it to you. It's the last one of these I have, but I think with your abilities you should be able to use it.
He takes it. What is it?
It is an identical soul cage to the one that holds Kythalia.
Really now? And whose soul is in this one?
It is empty.
You could put a soul in it.
Yeah, he would say, with the anathema around, it's dangerous for mortals to be here if you wish to bring them back. With that, you can at least catch one soul.
I don't like
Yes.
that we have access to that now.
It is the only one you'll ever get.
Thank you.
Yep.
You'd hold this thing. You would just know how it works. Like it almost
It's
clicks in your
intuitive.
mind. It's like intuitive. You can see what a spirit looks like when it flies away, and you know how to catch one with this. And he would sort of like grab you by the shoulder and be like, "Don't waste that. They're very rare."
Can you only use them once?
They
Ever?
catch one soul. They hold the soul until it is brought back or broken, and then the cage shatters.
Oh. Okay.
Even though that normally they're not necessary, they're normally used to like catch somebody who's going to be able to revive. So like if you're fighting like a hero, you can catch their soul and stop them from getting away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, that is all. Goodbye. He does like the thing where like a mime like walks into the ground and vanishes.
Wow. What a character.
Tornrobe became a tsundere there for a second.
Yeah, that wasn't the thing the whole time.
Coming from my brand.
I thought there was a tsundere. The man hasn't had any friends in over 14 years.
Tell us, I swear to God.
Like you or not.
Is that how old he is?
He's like 30. He's
Oh, okay.
32 or 33.
I was like, I don't know how old this man is actually. I also don't know how Kenku's age.
He's halfway through his lifespan. They only live to be up to 55 to 60.
Aw, Sedge. Well, I mean, you're a dead man now, so.
Yeah, I will note that as long as Tornrobe is around dead people, he does not die of old age.
Yeah, that makes
He
sense.
will outlive everybody here.
That's spooky, and I don't like it.
Mm.
But I'm glad he's around.
So what do you guys want to do? Just stand around in the rain in the cemetery.
Well,
Can we go back
now
inside?
that, well, yeah, but now that we have our bird friend back, I'm sure we have something on our agenda.
Break into Keep Landuin?
Oh, rad! We were trying to break in. Oh, fuck.
You have to do. You have two things you can do today. You can break into the keep. You can. I will also throw on. You can also explore the buildings you guys upgraded because people would like to talk to you about those. And you have you want to do the explorer's quest, which the explorer's quest is the quickest one.
Nice.
So. Also, I will say that branch defense has been restocked. If you guys want to go buy stuff there.
Huzzah! I don't.
things are
I don't have a lot
expensive,
of money
so-
left.
Yeah.
No, you're all broke.
I think
Yeah.
before we would run off and start doing things, I think Yuffie would look to Tornrobe and ask, kind of awkwardly, and be like, are you okay? Are you all right?
Tornrobe will smile, and as he smiles, like you see his eyes get misty.
Stop making a face like that! Is it not natural for a friend to worry about another friend?
I haven't had a friend in so long. Thank you.
And he will bow his head.
You did the same for me, so I can only return the favor. Now don't do that again! She's gonna like wag her finger at him and everything.
All right.
The section of my notes that said attack them if they go by themselves.
Verity like nudges Civ in the arm with her elbow and like leans up to talk to him while Euphemia and Tornrobe are talking. And
Uh-huh.
she goes, "So, when is one of us gonna go off by ourselves and leave a letter that everyone's gonna ignore?"
Whose turn is it gonna be? Flip a coin.
Thankfully, I brought you guys with me when we went to save my sister. That being said,
Very
you still have a
true.
brother abroad, so
I wouldn't be going anywhere near him without y'all.
Are
I
y'all
mean-
saying this loud
Never
enough
say
for
never.
you
No,
to hear?
everything's out loud, and Verity's not trying to hide anything. That is true, but first off, I don't. Let's just say I'm not in a terrible rush to figure out what's going on there.
Don't! Yuffie, like, huffs, and she'll walk up to both Civ and Verity and, like, grab their earlobes and pull.
Yikes.
Don't joke about that!
And it will kill.
I don't want you to joke about that. Listen, it was dumb of me to do that, and it was a little stupid of Tornrobe, even though it was slightly less dangerous, and I don't want to re-experience that, so no running off!
Oh my god.
She'll let go.
Alright.
She's
Very
just
good.
worried about her friends.
I feel like I already said everybody have inspiration, but if you don't have it, make sure you have inspiration.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What are you guys up to?
Doug, what is a true whetstone?
It is a whetstone which makes your sword do unresistible or immutable damage.
Ooh, that's fun.
It is like a force whetstone squared. It cannot be resisted. You can't cut the damage in half by effects. It is the best form of damage there is.
Wow.
It's also why it's the most expensive one.
Yeah, I started looking through there and I was like, holy cow, that's expensive.
There's even a +2 whetstone in there if you wish to spring for it. So, where do you guys wish to head to?
Did we want to go to the Explorers Guild first, or did we want
Yes.
to go to... Okay.
Sure.
You're just not gonna go to the sweets and such, huh? I don't want to go play with the cats.
Oh, wait.
I see how it is.
Verity turns to Euphemia and says, she's like still like rubbing her earlobe, very annoyed, and says, well, we found him. Can we go see the cats now?
Cassari looks upset.
Civ is trying to hide his giddiness about the cats.
I suppose. She rolls her eyes.
Sorry, I still like you.
All right.
I'll stand outside.
Nar.
Wow. No, you gotta go in. You can't not.
No, you.
I thought you were gonna
Animals are
say,
not really that fond of me.
you kidding me?
I'm gonna more. You can get away with this. All right. So, do you guys wish to walk to the sweets and such establishment? Oh, you've already done so.
Yeah.
Who goes inside?
Verity.
Cool. Verity, you
Sid.
head inside. Sid goes inside.
I think Yuffie would look to Tornrobe and, like, nod her head, like, come on, you're not staying out here.
Opens my attack them if they go alone section.
What?
Huh?
What?
I said opens my attack them if they stand out alone section.
Yuffie's just gonna grab his arm if he doesn't do anything.
Oh, that spells trouble for me.
Well, you guys all. I'm just curious. Tornrobe, are you? Tornrobe has vanished.
Oh no.
No, go ahead.
You are being requested to go in.
I don't know. All of the animals will more than likely not go next to me at all.
Then at least come inside so we can see you. She's like pouting.
As you wish.
You go inside.
Right. You all head inside of sweets and such. Alrighty. I apologize in advance because I could not get a version of this which had cats on it. I mean, I do have a version of it, but it has sunlight in the window, so I couldn't use it. You guys pull up to this adorable little bakery
Hold
that has
on.
been fully
I cannot
I
see.
don't have a token that...
Thank you. I was getting ready. I'm gonna reveal it to you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
God. You just pull up to this adorable little bakery.
Oh, cute!
It has been recently rebuilt. You would see a very grateful looking Bredrick McMuffin behind the counter. He barely looks over the counter being a halfling. There is a smattering of baked goods in here. Anything you guys would like to order, you can, but you see like a specials menu kind of like on like a stand right by the desk. If you read that, I will tell you what is on it. So you see 3 things that are on it. You see that there is simply a cookie named the Sugar Overdrive. There is a Hessian muffin, and there's the everlasting scone. Those are the 3 items that are on the specials menu.
Is there supposed to be a map? Because I can't see it.
What?
There's
Yeah,
like a
it's-
picture.
Is it just a picture? You don't see a picture?
No, I do not.
I would reload.
You vanished.
There's the sugar overdrive. There's a Hessian muffin. And there is the everlasting. So they're very expensive. These are minor boons. Each of these will give you an effect until your next long rest.
I have a question.
Yes.
Which of them looks the biggest?
I would imagine the scone has this magical aura, and it is kind of like it's like a scone, but it has like a drizzle over it. The muffin itself looks like the most generic thing you've ever seen on the planet, and the sugar overdrive is basically like a double-decker chocolate chip cookie that's like got like 7 layers of chocolate chips on it and like a bit of sprinkles. It's like the most chocolatey thing you've ever seen.
Vote, Doug.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
We should rename the sugar overdrive
Okay. What do you want to name it?
Aristaean cream-filled donut.
Okay, I can get behind that. I've used Aracea in another thing on the menus because you also upgraded the inn, and I've given the bathhouse their boons. So,
But Bavarian cream, but there's no Bavaria, so
we can do the Aracea cream donut. I will do that.
That sounds delicious. I like donuts.
All right, there. I will shoot that one in the head, and the names will be out of order. But you can order any of these if you'd like. I can also tell you what they do because that's just public information.
What do each of them do?
Yeah.
Go down the list.
The cream donut, which is the cheapest one, once you've eaten it, you can at any point once per long rest reroll your initiative if you roll that one.
Ooh.
For 15, you get a single point of luck.
Oh.
The Hessian Muffin lets you see the future and reroll 1 dice roll with all the normal rules. It does not work against enemy attacks, though. It only works against you on your stuff. The everlasting scone, it stays forever. That's the joke. You buy it, you don't eat it right now. In the field, you can use a bonus action to eat it, and the turn you eat it, you get advantage on all its melee attacks or spell attacks. You also gain 5 temporary hit points when you eat it.
That's crazy.
That's what the everlasting scone does.
Funny muffin.
So how much money do we
I don't know what's in the party fund. On my person, has 42 gold.
These are also the cheapest buffs there are in the whole city. These are the cheapest ones.
The muffin is fun!
I will just break and give you the text.
Hooray!
So,
If you'd like to eat any of those, you can. Otherwise, just generic food here is free because you're different vendors of the city.
also, we fixed his bakery.
You did fix his bakery. You'd like be given. There's like off to the right. You can't see it. There's like booths that are like those like beautiful red kind of like plushy cushion. You'd get seated off in a booth.
What does luck do again?
Luck lets you reroll 1d20 after you failed. Or no, reroll 1d20. That is what it's basically an extra point of inspiration.
So extra point of inspiration on top of another inspiration.
You can have your
I
normal
wanna
one
buy
and you
the
spend the
scone.
luck first.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, with that caveat of like, it's like an extra point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, then I can then assume doesn't work on ones. It has to be before I know if I failed.
It does not have to be before you know you failed. It just doesn't work on ones.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It is a
One
stronger
everlasting
point. You want to find everlasting scone?
Yes.
I would also like
yeah,
an everlasting scone.
Okay, that's 2 everlasting scone. Anything else?
I bought one too.
Everlasting scone.
I love that all of you want that. I want that fucking muffin.
That is a good muffin. I was torn between the two.
I will
I
also
got
say, think
8
of
for
what you're
dinner.
doing today.
Yeah, we are doing a lot
Right.
of stuff.
These will last. I will say they do last until your next long rest. Specifically, it's when you leave the city or get into a big fight. So, like, if the city was attacked, you would still consume those buffs even though you stayed in the city. But because you got, like, you could keep the buffs until you leave, basically. You know, have it for the whole adventure after you've left.
Oh,
I will just also, I will reiterate the way buffs work, okay?
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of boons. There are major boons and there are minor boons.
True.
Minor boons come from the bakery and the bathhouse. The bathhouse has new ones. I will have assumed you guys have his menu. and I will show you the bathhouse menu. Here you go. Here's the bathhouse menu. If you'd like to buy any of those are also a once per like long rest buff. So just so you know, you can buy only one of those 6 options for each player.
That makes sense.
There are also major boons, which you can get from the hall, and they are the cooler ones.
That makes sense.
This is just the menu of things you have to pay gold for at the Great Hall. Just know that a rainbow ale is in fact not a boon. It's just on the price.
Whoa.
There's Star Brandy. It'll give you perfected common sense. I will stop you from making really, really bad choices.
Oh my god.
There's Star Ale. It'll give you advantage on death saving throws. Healing you receive while you have 0 hit points and are unconscious is maximized, and you can use your reaction to make up attack whenever you go down. The King Turkey gives you a ton of temporary health. The Great Mutton gives you a +2 to a stat. It's temporary and it goes away, and it can't be to your con. The Dragon Killer Sake is 100 gold pieces. It gives you immunity to Dragon Fear and advantage on breath saving or saving throws against dragon weapons. And finally, there is the Demon Tiger Stew, which will let you gain +2 to all damage rolls for a whole day, whole long rest, as a martial character. And if you're a caster, you get to do it, and you get to maximize one damage attack. Just so everybody knows, you have to pick one or the other. You don't like get one until you spend the other one. So like because Verity could cast a spell, Verity only benefits from one, and she can't choose the other one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those are all of the boons that are currently available. The other boons are available if you upgrade other buildings, and they will get stronger and cheaper if you upgrade buildings further.
It's funny, I legitimately forgot I was a spellcaster. I was like, martial character, that's me.
So, those are the list of things you guys can buy. Hope you have fun with them. Some of them might be really good. I don't know. I just kind of made them quickly.
I love all of these. I think they're very fun. In terms of what we're doing today, my thought is Muffin still looks pretty good.
The only one of these that's useful out of combat is the Muffin and the Common Sense.
I think the Muffin's really. I think it's good.
That being said, you are also any buff you buy now, you will have through until you guys come back to the city the next time. So, if, for example, you wanted to save up your resources and eat a ton before the attack happens on the main gate, you can do that.
I see.
These will go away. Yep. I can see. What are you asking about? Which one did you go? Oh.
The boiled self-reflection one.
That's so funny to me. I came up with that. I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever said.
I think that the boiled self-reflection thing is very fun, but it's it's very unlikely that I'll buy it because my brain is just like, anytime Doug is like, you can ask me a question, I'm like, I don't know any questions. I don't know any of them.
This is definitely one.
Brain blank.
This is one, if you get really stuck, you can go for it. I would not recommend it to try to learn your backstory. It will happen to you anyway. But if I can I can give you I can point out a point of foreshadowing. I did that kind of vibe.
I see.
Or confirm suspicions, that kind of thing. It's not it's not concrete information. What is concrete? Whatever I tell you is true, but.
I.e. back in Riftborn when you were like, you could ask Allison a bunch of questions, and I never asked her what the order was called. I was just like,
yeah.
Like the obvious question. I was just like,
As a present to all of you.
Oh, I love presents.
Whoa. Oh my god!
Cats.
Oh my god, crying.
There's so many cats.
So many cats.
There you go. Alright.
Oh my god,
so you guys can decide if you want to do that. You guys sit down at this place. What do you order that's not on the specials menu? Or do you not order anything? Some of you just had breakfast.
Yeah, I would just stick with the scone and then just a regular piece of bread, I guess.
Okay.
Something I can get for like a silver.
Yeah, like I said, money doesn't matter here. Just get cheap stuff. Cool. Yeah, you guys grab a booth and sit down. Tornrobe gets a little bit of bread. There's light drinks as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the biggest bread item that is colorful,
The
probably.
biggest colorful bread. I don't have that. I can't answer that question.
No, that's fine. I just like.
No, it's just so funny to me that hits me so far off the field. I have no clue what you mean.
Cloud bread.
No, just like I'm literally looking at this shit like over here. I'm like, yes, bread.
Just pull into a okay. You just pull into a booth. Feta like climbs underneath and like nestles around like the table leg, and then Cassari would climb up onto the seat like up to a windowsill, like kick out another cat.
You show him, Cassari.
Yeah, she would sit down. What is the discussion at? What's the? It doesn't have to be anything important, but are you having a minor discussion, anything like that?
Let's see. I mean, probably just like we're gonna do. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what we're doing first between the keep and the going to see Johnny and them.
Johnny is way faster.
Yeah, you did mention
You're
that.
welcome. You're welcome. I
Disembodied
got your
voice.
I'm here for you.
The window closes.
I just imagine like yellow is like skittering away or something.
You see the tip of a wizard hat.
A mysterious wizard appeared. Incredible. I think if you would say, well, I believe we're going to see the Explorers Guild. I blanked on his name for a second. Johnny. That guy.
Johnny Vance.
Johnny Vance.
Yes.
Johnny Vance.
Yes, I believe we're going to see the Explorers Guild and Mr. Johnny Vance first.
Right.
Be a lot less sneaking. Hopefully.
Yeah, do we have a plan for sneaking, or did we just decide we were gonna do that?
I do have a visibility.
This is in the middle of a bite of bread.
Just swallow first. Close your mouth.
Verity is literally feeding Feta scraps of bread under the table. I don't
Oh,
think that.
he is like rolling around and like scratching everything by accident. It's making weird noises.
Adorable.
Well, he's a dog getting thrown like sweet bread. He's having the time of his goddamn life.
He's loving it. I love him.
He's also way too big to be down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Absolutely.
Yuffie is trying to like lean herself in a way that she is not touching the dog, but it's probably
He's, like,
inevitable.
like, forces his way up past you and goes for your scone.
Feta, no.
He would immediately listen to you and go back down. All right.
I will get a scone for Feta.
Very control him.
He gives you a look.
He wanted a scone. He just can't have yours.
Okay. You have some food before you finish your little breakfast. You checked out the cat cafe. You've met Mr.
lovely.
Bredrick. You've seen the menus. Did anybody actually want to spend money on fancy scones?
Just the one everlasting one, but that's
Well,
it.
you only can buy one. You can't buy a mix. You only get the one.
Yeah, just the one.
Cool.
One
You're
everlasting.
buying an everlasting scone.
I'm still gonna buy the muffin also.
All right. Let me go. Okay. Tornrobe. Scone. Verity. Muffin. What about you, Yuffie?
I think she's gonna pass.
Good choice. All right. What's going on, Mr. Civ? You back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Are you ordering anything?
Um,
The actual pay scone, or actual pay item from the list of booths.
so as far as you said, the everlasting scone just lasts until we return to the city.
So all of these buffs are until you've like spent a whole day adventuring. So until you will like even though you're gonna go to sleep tonight and gain the benefits of a long rest, you don't need to worry about this buff like expiring. Basically, you're going to get to use it.
Oh, okay.
All of them last until then.
It'll last until I get to use it.
Not necessarily in that sense. It's like, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you guys go do the quest for Johnny and you break into the inn, at the keep. And then tomorrow you head out and you go do the quest for the Adventurers Guild or like the Explorers Guild. There's something else outside. You'll have the buff on that journey. And when you come back and take another long rest after that, that's when it will expire.
Okay.
It's good for like one journey out into the city.
Sure.
Or
I'll take
one. Or one. Okay, you buy a scone.
Yes.
All right, that is a total of 55 gold. Who's paying? Are you each paying from your own pockets?
Verity
I paid from my own pockets.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I
You've paid. You get your scones and you saunter out into the city on your way to do some crime.
Hold on. Out of everybody, how much money do y'all have, like, in your own pockets? Because Yuffie only has, like, 9 gold, and I think it'd just be really funny if she didn't have any money.
How do you not have money, Finn? You are literally a money printer.
I have 133, and that was from
Finn.
looting of the.
Finn, you remember what you can do, right?
I keep forgetting that I can do that.
You
I
can...
have 75 silver.
Oh my god, you're all broke. Okay, Finn.
No, I have 133 gold.
I had 42. I was going.
Thank you. I'm gonna just jump in here. Now that you're level 5, Finn,
Uh-huh.
every time I say you gain the benefits of a long rest, go into your character sheet and take away 5 gold and add 5 platinum.
Hell yeah.
That's how it works. You don't have to tell me you're gonna do it.
I did not realize. Yeah, like, I knew that she could, like, change the currency of one
Would you
coin.
like to... You can have 15 platinum as payment for forgetting.
Oh my god.
Money printer.
Hell yeah.
It is one of your core features for your class is that you spend money on things. Your gun literally doesn't work without money. All right, there you go. You have slightly more money. Oh yeah, you guys head out, and you want to go to Mr. Vance's, yes?
Yes, Mr. Vance. Please, Mr. Vance is my father.
They call me Johnny. As you're walking along, Verity,
Yes.
next to you, sort of walking in stride, is Feta, and sort of like rocking awkwardly between his shoulder blades is Kasseri. And she would look up at you, say, I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
I don't know much about Haven. I know he's my master, and I have to do what he says, but I did not expect for him to ask me to do something behind your back.
I mean, I can only assume that he has some kind of reason for doing it, and also, don't worry about it. All right, you're doing just fine.
He's likely going to try something again. He hasn't. It's not. He sort of, or she sort of thinks, it's not like a normal familiar connection. He doesn't look through my eyes.
Right.
It's like I'm both of your familiars, really. But he does have the ability to talk with me, and somehow I ended up with that letter, but I do not recall how.
Right. That's a lot. But
Yep.
you're doing your best. You're fine.
Right. I'm happy to help.
Thank you for the sorry.
Okay. Yep. And then just think, yeah, just so you know, Haven does not know where Kasseri is at all times, and Haven cannot like see through her eyes or know what she says, like anything like that. All right. You guys pull up into the Explorers Guild. You see the building fully recovered. There's sort of like an opening, like right around here. It's sort of like a corner of the building is kind of like knocked out, and you can see like into like a little bit of like a not necessarily like a meeting room, but like a public space. And you see like Johnny inside, like dusting.
Looking good, Johnny.
Hey, welcome in. Yeah, come on in. Hey, welcome to the Explorers Guild. What brings you?
Me trying to remember if someone told us about this.
He asked you for help fixing the guild.
Right, never mind.
But like you did that. You haven't asked him about a quest. He just has a quest because everybody does.
All right then.
Come on inside. I know it's a little small.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, this building is like sort of very like sort of tall. It's not necessarily like, imposing. It actually is quite inviting. It's like a 3-story sort of relatively squat building. And like the first floor, like a good quarter of it's like this like small little open to the air kind of meeting room. He would turn to you and say, well, You know, I've been pretty busy. Just we've been getting a little bit of work lately. We've been looking around for family members, that kind of thing. But we're doing great.
I mean,
Your
that's good
pompadour
to
is
hear.
looking extra bouncy today, Johnny.
It's looking good, man. I mean, there's every time somebody comes in and they leave with a happy smile on their face, that makes it a little more poofy, you know. The good wills. If Flanders is actually out working a case right now, or Flanders, not Flounders.
Working a case. Oh, he's so capable.
His twin brother
He's,
Flounders.
I don't know. He's trying to find some kid.
Kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn. I mean, I hope he's okay.
Oh, Verity, do not worry. Flanders has a 100% success rate.
I love that. He's so capable.
He is lying.
Is that right?
Yeah, I dare say so. But I don't know why I've gone all southern all of a sudden.
I get that a lot.
It's this southern drawl. Yeah.
It's infectious.
Please come on in. Everybody sit down.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can like sit it all down. What brings you in?
I mean, we're mostly just going around the inner city to see if anyone needs, help with anything.
What?
We're kind of do our part.
I gotta say, I do have a job in mind if you'd be interested.
I mean, what's the job?
Well, he like walks over to like a big like wooden door and he like cracks it open, and inside you just see like it's like a small pantry, but it's like bursting and overflowing with like various goods. It's got like bags of grain and like fine aged meats. It's just full of food and food fixings. He like points to it. That.
What about it?
You want us to eat it, or
No, I do not. In fact, want you to eat it. You see, actually, I'm hoping to. Well, you see, I got a. You like looks you. I got permission from the mayor to do something. You've seen everybody happy, right? Walking about.
Yes.
Now is the time to strike and keep morale up. I'm seeing if I can't grasp a bit of hope out of these people. So what I'm thinking is we do a cook-off.
Euphe's going to perk up a little bit.
Civ is trying to get his hair to look similar to Johnny Vance's while he's talking to him.
He slides a hair gel.
He's like licking his hands and like trying to.
No, that ain't gonna work. You're gonna ruin the fibers and the oils.
Cook off, you say?
Indeed. What do you guys say?
I mean, what's the? Are we thinking any parameters or just?
Well, it's just to make people happy. So I'm thinking we get a couple of the greatest chefs in the city. You got, I don't know anybody. Well, I mean, I do, but it's not as much fun if I do it. I'm thinking that while I'm making my recipes, you guys head out and you got yourself some of the greatest competition in this side of the city, and we hold a big cook-off in like 12 hours. And he gestures out there. We can do it at the Great Hall. I already got included Selenius. He's in. Got a bit of a prize pool by the council. It's looking good.
Yuffie kind of like flips her hair a little bit, like, "Oh, a chef, you say?"
Civ is giving a sly look, and he mentions like, "You're looking at the best waffle maker in town."
I expect to see it on the battlefield.
Gonna go to war.
All right, so you just want us to go around and find some people that can cook?
Oh, you're
are interested in?
Yeah. Also, you're gonna be joining.
All right. Okay.
Delightful.
Great. I'll see you all there.
I've never. All right.
Walks over to his photocopier and pulls out a couple of flyers. And he hands out a couple of flyers to you guys. Anybody who you guys want to invite.
Civ is gonna clear his throat. He's gonna be like, perhaps Euphemia, with her refined taste, should be potentially sitting on the judge panel instead of competing.
He thinks about it for a second. Well, unfortunately, I already got the council to take over their job, so those seats are taken.
Why do you say that, Civ? Although I appreciate the compliment on my refined taste, I do cook. Do you not remember those quiches I made you?
Oh, we all remember those speeches.
Now,
he returns a very nervous smile.
there is actually there's going to be 4 judges. We're doing a sort of elimination style event, and there's going to be a mystery judge. You know, the 3 of them. There's going to be Gwen. There's going to be Goran McDoyle, and then I think we have I don't remember. I think it'll be Asher is the 3rd.
Fun, interesting.
And a mystery judge, you said.
Yeah, somebody got voted as like the best food stall.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What?
Somehow I think I know who.
Is something
was.
wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. We will.
He's
We will
fixing
go
his hair.
find those people.
All right, good luck. See you at the cookout.
Right then.
Feel free to, if you need help, you can recruit some people for your team.
Is it a team thing?
Oh yeah. You're going to be competing in groups of 4, but you can have support staff.
All right then. Okay.
Good luck.
Yes.
He turns around and goes back to doing other stuff around the Explorers Guild.
Well, Yasha will certainly assist us.
Will he?
Yes.
How good is he? Does it matter? I mean, I don't. How hard could cooking be? I mean, you do it.
All right.
Maybe we should recruit Leaf, Laugh, and Love.
Yeah. So this is gonna. You guys can talk to anybody who you want. We're gonna go through it pretty quick because you're probably gonna talk to a lot of people. So who do you want to go talk to?
I mean, not for nothing. I know we just saw him, but like Bredrick's right there.
All right. You invite Bredrick. Bredrick will show up for the event.
Nice.
Yuffie would want to invite Jim.
Jim, you head to the Great Hall. Jim and Selenius are in the back plotting. They're already involved.
We
They like cover their homework when you get close.
We got the Rick part of Chadrick in there, so we might as well get Chadley Smalls on board.
You also, by the way, I will mention, you also see the Leaf, Laugh, and Love behind Selenius and Jim, sort of hovering over like a table at the back of the inn.
No, they've already been taken.
All right, sorry. I will just tell you. So you're not looking for people who are on your team unless you very well know them. You're trying to spread the word, let people know that there's a competition going on. You're looking for actually good chefs.
Yeah, we can talk to Primo in the Warm Apple Inn. He makes pies.
You go invite Primo. Sick. You invite the Italian man. I actually bought some lovely Italian food today. It came from a man that looked just like him.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I love that.
You invite him. Cool. Anybody else you'd like to go find?
Who runs the Gentle Whisper Tavern?
You've never asked.
Oh, well.
You could go bother them right now.
We could.
Yeah.
Why not?
You guys want to go into the? You said ding ding as you walk in, and you head into the Gentle Whisper Inn. It's sort of a kind of quiet place. You would see the seats are almost filled in here. You know, this one of the places that sort of works as kind of like a refugee camp. People are eating soup. It's not like great quality food. And you'd sort of see like a big pot of stew kind of brewing in the middle of the room, an everlasting stew that's people just like throw more bread chunks and game in to perpetuate this meal. And standing behind the counter, you'd see like an 8.5 foot tall orc woman.
Oh.
Large.
Big lady. I think Yuffie would walk up and clear her throat and say, good day to you. We are, I don't know why I went British there for a second.
Well, look who it is. Wait, that's not at all. I got the voice wrong. Well, look who it is.
Fucking Big Bertha.
What? Who said that?
Well, it's a good thing I used my...
Tornrobe. I know you by name. This woman, she introduced herself as Tina Bone Meal.
Tina Bone.
Ain't a bone meal.
It's me, Tina Bone Meal.
Oh.
What a fun name.
Quite delightful to meet you,
It's
Miss.
a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Pleasure's mine.
What do you need?
Yuffie will hold out a flyer for her and
Done.
okay.
Grabs it. I'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Looking forward to it.
Great, you've met Tina Bone Meal.
Hooray.
You now know who runs the Gentle Whisper Inn. You've now
Hooray.
gained another possible candidate as one of the Spellblades. Never not funny. So you all, yeah, I would imagine. Do you guys like sort of publicly announce this is like a competition, or do you just go to specific people? Do you like hype it up? It's supposed to be like a morale boosting event. Like you would see like Johnny walking around, sort of like getting people interested and like letting them know when it is, and there's gonna be free food, that kind of thing.
Civ would go to the refugee camp and he would start handing out flyers and asking people to come to this great event cook-off at the Great Hall.
Fantastic.
And he would whisper to certain people to maybe stick away from Euphemia's food.
Okay, hell yeah. I do have an important question. Euphemia, do you go out of your way to find Photia, or do you not tell him?
Oh, absolutely, she's gonna go find him.
Cool. You would find him sort of like he's out drenched in water at the far southeast side, just past Kovar's Fashion. I'll drag you over. You would find him sort of like halfway into the wall with Valencia and Vera standing over his shoulders looking at what he's doing.
Yuffie will walk up behind them and peek over his shoulder and be like, "Oh, Dia, what are you doing?"
Man, I think because it's you, he'll be a little goofy. We're gonna roll a d20, see if he makes a mistake. We'll go for we want it to be high. He does not hit his head as he backs out of the wall. Euphemia, pleasure. We're busy. What's up?
What are you working on?
Trying to start these signals again, these circuits. We're trying to fix the wall.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you see, like at least out of the hole, like you can see behind him is like this, like it looks like one of those like puzzle games where you have to like turn the blocks.
Oh no. Right. Well, if you happen to take a break at some point, there is going to be a cooking competition today, and of course I'm going to be entering it because my cooking is simply to die for.
Right. He thinks for a second. Here's the question that I will ask Finn. Do you think Photia is competitive enough to try to beat you, or cares about you enough to try to help you?
Oh.
Does he join as a rival team?
Has he ever eaten her cooking before?
I don't think he ever has, but I think he would know. I will leave this question firmly in your capable hands.
Oh no.
As if he would be a competitor or an ally.
Oh, I can't decide. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to leave it up to the dice because I have no preference either way.
All right, well, let's call it.
All right. Evens, he will help. Odds, he will be a rival. If I could type in things right, that'd be great. Nope. Ah!
That's an exclamation point. This would be a slash.
I don't know how to roll. Anyway.
Evens was help, odds was rival. He says, right, I'll be there. And he looks at Valencia and says, let's go get the crew, and he walks away. Vera looks kind of confused and then follows them.
Yuffie looks really smug and just like, oh, the challenge is on.
You have no doubt in his mind he intends to recruit Yasha before you do.
No! For some reason, I imagine her running and be like, no, I'm gonna go get it first!
Yeah, do you run past them, or do you go up a different way?
I think she would run past and see if she could find, like, a shortcut.
You're gonna go through an alleyway? Okay, so the party's with you. You're not by yourself.
Yeah.
You sort of head through an alleyway. You get to the Great Hall before he does.
Yes!
You can see Yasha vibing.
Yasha, join me!
What? Okay. He follows you out. Where are we going?
We are going to be part of a cooking competition, and you are going to help us.
Help us. Yeah, sure.
You're going to help us and support us, and don't worry, it will be fine.
I actually don't know where I'm supposed to be right now.
All right, it doesn't matter. We're standing around. It doesn't really matter. All right, with that, you've gathered enough souls to compete in the cooking competition. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get to the first couple rounds. So just so you know, there's gonna be 4 rounds of the cooking competition. Each one will be against a different team, and it is really simple whether you win or lose. It is simply who rolls better. You guys can use, it's like a skill challenge. You'll be doing your contested skills against theirs. So basically, it's like we're gonna go through. We're gonna do 4 quick little cooking role plays, and we're gonna just roll and see how you guys do. And that's what we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna fucking do.
Oh no.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be incredible. So with that, you see the judges, Goyle, Gwen, and Asher sort of step forward. They show up here. You would see this has reached a lot of people. Like you would see, like the building is packed. And you would see a couple people you can distinctly tell are teams. You would see Fotia, where is he? You would see Fotia show up, and he's looking a little slightly upset that he couldn't recruit Yasha. But you see that he has 2 competent allies at his side.
Yuffie would be looking at him so smug, like,
You see him walk in, and you look over that you're like, oh, who's he got with him? Haha. And you see him walk in, and you see 3 people walk in behind him. One of which you know is Valencia. The other 2 are these 2.
oh.
Aha!
We're screwed. Unless Fodia is as bad at cooking as Euphemia, which who can say? I feel like maybe one of them is good at it, and it's not her.
No, I'll bet you he sucks at it too.
I
Right,
hope he's bad.
That's one of the teams. You would see like the other adventure groups. You see any of them that are full would show up, and they would be a full team. You would see the team of Jim, Selenius, and Leaf, Laugh, and Love. You would see Aura show up, and she has some of the knights with her. It does not look good, but they have to make a showing for the case. I don't have the art of. I don't have Vito on the map right now. Oddly put Tornrobe back. He was hiding on the walls. Boop. But you see a number of teams show up. Brederick would show up. He's by himself, but he looks ready to go. All right. So the competition would begin to start. The mood in the tavern changes, and it would become a rather peaceful, happy kind of vibe. Hit the music here. Oh yeah. Full festivity kind of vibe goes on. Let me know when that starts playing for you guys.
I can already tell this is going to be a great time.
We're in for the drive. So you would see the newly improved kitchen section of the Great Hall be sort of revved up to maximum power. Essentially, 2 teams compete at the same time. They both have like X number of minutes to make a meal. The 4 things you have to cook must be breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then a dessert at the end. There is no penalty for failing. There is a boon for succeeding. If you succeed at 3 of the events, the city will get a permanent +1 morale bonus. And every event gets exponentially more valuable. So if you lose the first match, you can get back in, basically. Like, you get 1 failure. If you fail 2 in a row, you're out.
That makes sense.
And each subsequent game is worth more money. The prizes for the match or the heats here are 50 gold for the party that wins the first competition, 75, 125, and 250. So, with that, the competition would begin to roar. As you guys get ready, you are sort of getting ready to see who your opponent's going to be. You see sort of townspeople sort of scattering around, getting ready to watch the festivities, have a good time. Some of them have plates ready to take over like the leftovers, like the food's going to be scattered around. There'd be like a big, like massive stack of like this like raw ingredient pile at the back, which is sort of being divvied out to the teams to compete with. Real quick, this is the breakfast round. What are you guys going to make?
I suggest quiche.
I don't even know what goes in a quiche. I'm being so real right now.
Well, we could trust him with his waffle making skills.
I feel like that might be our best bet. Verity, who
I certainly can make a mean omelet.
Leave that one to me.
Yuffie's pouting.
All right.
I will assist.
All right, you're gonna make waffles.
Waffles. We've
All
got
right, Siv, you're gonna make some fantastic waffles. Siv, you unplug the magic waffle iron and carry it with you. As you get ready for your first round, you start to see who your opponents will be. You watch as you hear this sort of jingle of metal armor from outside. Hold on. Where am I going? Oh, that's gonna be funny. Actually, I have a better place to go get this. Let me just prep this real quick. NPC. There is no rule about how many support people you can have, but basically only 4 people get to actually help. You would see a man enter into the kitchen, and he walks right up to you and goes to give you a handshake. I don't know who's at the front of the party when this happens.
Probably not me.
I mean, Yuffie will always take the front position if she can.
You watch as Alexi and 9 Pyralian guardsmen walk in, and they roll up to you. They all kind of walk in formation. They all have to file through the door really awkwardly. And Alexi walks up, Euphemia, pleasure.
Yes, a pleasure.
I don't know why we're competing in this event, but they said it would be fun.
Yes, I mean, it's a nice morale boost for the city and a nice way to spend a day, I think.
Well, we're pretty good. I brought the best chefs we have amongst the ship. We only have 1 cook, though, so everybody else is just kind of average. I wish you good luck in this upcoming heat. I hope to see you at the finals.
I as well. And she will kind of like curtsy very politely, though. Like she'll look back to like the group and be like, "Hell yeah, we're gonna smoke these guys."
Oh, they are the worst competitors by far.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You would see that like in the distance, like Gwen, Goyle, and Asher are like doing like the thing where they're like talking about who's gonna win. They're like Great British Bake Off talking about what you guys are gonna be making. One of them has like a sheet of your recipes out, and it's just a pancake mix. You're like, wait. And with that, the event would kick off. Can each of you roll me initiative?
Sure.
I'll put you in the initiative order.
Why not?
So, the party amongst you, you have your stuff that you can use to reroll. You will also, if you fail, you're able to call upon one of your supports. Once they've been used, they're gone. So you can use Air, Feta Orcasari, and Yasha. So you each have basically 2 redos. All right, Euphemia, you're up first. What are you doing to help cook in this kitchen? And what skill are you going to try to use to do it?
Oh.
Every single one of these is going to have a mounting skill cost to it, but they're contested checks, so it doesn't actually matter. They're not actually mounting at all. So just roll whatever skill you're going to try to use and tell me how you're going to use it.
So we decided, waffles and omelets. Is that an option?
Yeah.
I think Yuffie will pull out her sword and use her sword finesse, probably like dexterity or something like that, to chop any vegetables that are going to be going into the omelet, like any like onions, things like that.
I love that. Can you make me a weapon attack, please?
Absolutely.
You're gonna be using your sword?
Yes, because
It's
she's
way cooler. Oh, it's got so much text. A 16 is a satisfactory roll. I will go ahead and add a 16 to your team's total.
she'll kind of blow the tip of her sword like smoke out of a gun.
Next up is Captain Alexi. I was gonna sit down and come up with all their recipes, and I did not do it. Let me.
Wait, are we making an omelet?
Well, the omelets and waffles. You're doing both because you can have waffles on your own.
Fantastic.
Okay, let me just real quick here. They start to make. Wow, that's lovely. They start to make essentially a quiche. Specifically, a Greek-inspired cheese and egg pie. And he will also likewise. He sees what you're doing. He grabs his spear and goes to stab at the. Goes to stab away at the. What's it called? Goes to stab away at the meals. Hold on, I gotta change that. That's not correct. Okay, great. Let's see how good he does with his trident. He uses each of the blades individually and smokes you.
Kind of puff her cheeks a little bit, like, God freaking stupid Pyralians.
Right, so it's 19 to 16. Whoever has the highest just wins this round, just so you know. All right, next up on the initiative list is 2 more Sea Guard. They're just gonna help in the background. They start to prep ingredients. Nothing special. They don't actually roll skills, they just roll their own numbers. These guys are really, really bad. The first one rolls a 17, the second one rolls a 12. So you're
Oh, boy.
stiff competition currently. They are out for blood.
Oh, man, they're out for blood.
All right, Civ, you are up next.
Yeesh.
Civ is beginning to prepare this omelet. He's got the eggs in the pan, and he goes to do an evasive maneuver, a little flip, a toss forward, a flip, and he wants to flip the egg over, ready to get it folded onto the vegetables next.
Are you sure you're not making the pancakes and the waffles?
Huh?
The waffles. Think about the waffles, Civ.
You're the waffle guy.
You're the
I'm
waffle,
the waffle
man.
guy? Okay, fair.
They're making omelets. You're making waffles.
Yes, chef.
Fair enough. I will make
Because
the
of
waffles.
your roll earlier today, you can roll whatever check you're gonna do at advantage. You already know how to make waffles. The waffle making muscles are primed.
He had a warm up this morning.
Yeah, he just like lock his arms as he like punches them a couple times in the air. What skill would you like to try to use?
He is going to he's gonna, I don't know why, I think like food always makes Civ feel better, so he's gonna roll a medicine check.
You're gonna cook this with love and affection and a little bit of protein.
Yeah.
Sick. Go ahead and roll it. Ooh, a
filling.
20.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right, you make some magnificent waffles. Verity, you're up next.
Verity is so fucking far out of her depth. She is like looking around in a panic. I imagine Verity's experience cooking is like hard to get by. Like, I don't think she's ever done anything more than like bare minimum. Like if I'm gonna eat an egg, I'm just gonna boil an egg. There's no real reason for me to make an omelet. So she's like so far out of her element. The only thing I can think to have her do, well, there are two things. One, she's a martial character. She's got her funny, like, you know, she's strong. But also she is resistant to fire damage. So I'm thinking maybe she just tasks herself with keeping the fire for like the omelets at like the perfect temperature.
Okay,
Just
you're gonna.
go in with her
Okay.
fucking bare hands. Now,
That's sick.
how does that relate to a check?
This is a pretty casual event. You can roll whatever you'd like as long as you can vaguely explain it to me. I would say that hauling logs to carefully manage and pull logs out of the fire is certainly an athletics check.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I got
16. 16 is
Means-
not bad.
Yeah, Civ's really carrying with that 20.
Of course, you are now in the lead, I believe.
Well, that's
I have not
Let's
totaled them
go.
yet, but I'm pretty sure you're higher than they are. Well, yeah, by far, you're higher than they are.
Whew.
By only like 2 points. Okay. Next up is a Tornrobe.
I will roll.
What are you gonna try to do to help? Okay. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to try and make the omelets. Usually, Tornrobe, when he cooks for himself, he would just be really fancy with it. Because he would get bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would just flip them around.
Oh, he's a fancy kind of guy. He knows how to flip it. He knows how to flip an omelet.
Yeah, he would do it, but when nobody was looking, just toss it up and then catch it behind his back, that sort of thing.
Okay, sick. He's an accomplished food cooker. Very well. Go ahead and roll your performance check.
Uh-huh.
I will say
go.
that no matter that, unless this person was a natural 20, actually no, there's no way for them to beat you at this point with a 21.
Oh,
Let's
yeah!
go!
He will go ahead, and the last guy will roll his check. He just gets a +1 to his roll. He rolls a 2. Yeah, you absolutely smoke these guys. They're like quiche, comes out finished, but it's like overcooked and like a kind of sinks a little bit. The judges would not. Oh, I forgot to mention. I forgot there's a phantom judge. Hold on, I gotta get the phantom judge.
Oh, fuck! No!
Where is the phantom judge?
Oh.
I swear to God, if it's who I think it is.
It's exactly who you think it
you
is.
did
Son
it.
of a bitch! It's too funny not to do.
Oh.
Where is he hiding from me?
Best food stand in town.
Yeah, you all walk in and he like walks up. He's at the very end, and like Asher goes around, and he like bites this quiche, and he like spits it out, and he's like, disgusting, horrible, 0. And Goyle walks up, bites it, disgusting, 0. And it gets to Tesh, he bites it, and he goes, oh, heavenly, a 10.
Of course he does.
And he looks over his shoulder at you.
Euphemia's like eye twitches, and she will lean over to the nearest person, like Civ, and say, "Is it too late to poison his portion?"
He's a judge.
I feel like perhaps bribery would be the better way to deal with that one.
So if it isn't painfully obvious, he will always lie to make you lose, so you have to impress the other 3 judges to get a good score.
I hate him.
Alright. With that, you have completed the first round. The breakfast round is done. You defeat Captain Alexi. He goes to the the next down bracket with a chance for last place. Who's next on the docket?
Who indeed?
I wrote a list. It's hidden very poorly. Where is the list? Okay, sick. All right, nice. Next, you watch Bredrick walk in alone as he cracks his knuckles.
Oh my god! One-man army.
Man.
Bredrick would walk up to you and say, thanks for fixing my bakery, but you're gonna lose this. And he walks over to his station. What are you guys making for lunch?
Unsurprised. Let's see. What sounds like a delicious lunch?
It doesn't have to be fancy. It literally will have no effect on what you do.
Yeah, but now I'm just
Toasted
like,
Italian subs.
Do you guys want small? Small Bredrick or big Bredrick on the map? You can have big Bredrick.
Oh my god! Bredrick, when did you get so tall?
You wouldn't understand. I'll make him smaller. Wow. Alright. What are you guys making?
I mean,
Can't go wrong with
Never-
steak and potatoes.
you can't go. That sounds like dinner.
More of a dinner.
But you know what sounds like lunch? A delicious grilled cheese sandwich and some elevated tomato soup, perhaps.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was a judge, I'd make that win. That is like hands down one of my favorite foods.
We get some like really nice cheese in there. Verity can squash tomatoes. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Punch the shit out of them in a goddamn mortar and pestle.
Delicious bread. Put some flaky salt on that shit.
Alright.
Wonderful butter. Man,
With
that
that-
sounds really good. I want that now.
With your recipe decided, you go up, and as you look at the initiative, you see Bredrick is a man, a machine. He has 4 initiatives in Cook and Combat.
But he owns a bakery.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. I have to roll initiative. Fuck.
Oh,
So I will remind you, as things are going to be getting a little bit harder now. You have your inspirations if you want to use them. You also have 3 guys behind you who can help you if you roll badly, and they can right your wrong. They let you re-roll once, and you can only use an inspiration or them. Just use them first.
Okay.
The Bredricks will roll their initiative. Bredrick McMuffin is first. He frantically starts baking. And as with all baking, he just starts putting ingredients together, and you're not really sure what he's doing. So he doesn't really do specific things, he just bakes. So I'm going to go ahead and roll to see how well he bakes. All right. Bredrick, let's see what you got, Chief. He rolled a 5.
There's a whole bottle of vanilla extract in the
Knocks into it. Oh no.
I'm gonna use one of Bredrick's allies here, because everybody from now has allies. You see, the room is distracted as a army of cats walk in, and he attempts to reroll. He rolls a 12 this time. He got a 12.
I just think of the
Okay.
cats from, what is it, Monster Hunter that cook?
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
calico. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Muscular Chef shows up. Definitely. The Grand Meowster Chef. Okay. With that, we go to the next initiative. Tornrobe, you were the first one up. You're making some grilled cheese and tomato soup.
I will prepare the bread by slicing the bread into slices and toasting it over a buttered pan.
Bredrick looks really, really happy because it's his bread. He made that. All right, go ahead and roll whatever check you'd like to roll. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. You can roll whatever. I don't really care.
All right, persuasion it is then.
Hold on, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You have to tell us how it works. But I don't really care what you can be outlandish as long as you can't persuade the bread to do it.
They having a pet rock. Come on, bread, you can do it.
It's okay, Rocky. Take your time.
Yeah, I'll just stick with performance for now.
Okay, all right, performance. A 12. Like to re-roll that or keep it?
Yeah, I'll reroll that.
All right, who do you want to call upon to help you?
I will go to Yasha.
You want Yasha to help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Yasha. How does the hell does Yasha help you slice bread? He like runs in when everybody. Like, it's like not cheating necessarily. He's like your support staff. He like runs in and like hands you his greatsword and grabs the grimy knife out of your hand. Like, no, use this. You can go ahead and try it with the greatsword.
He like lifts it up and just slams it every time.
So by the way, you have to go with the new total. It's not advantage.
Huh?
If you roll worse than that, that's what you're stuck with.
Okay.
Don't roll worse.
In this case,
I mean, you didn't roll amazing last
No,
time.
you're good. This is perfectly fine to roll again.
Yeah, the odds are in
You
your
got
favor.
this, Tornrobe.
Let's
Alright,
go.
Performance again. Hit!
Whoa!
The blade is heavenly sharp and slices straight through the countertop below it.
Like shoot.
But the blade, the immaculate cut on these, they're like sizable slices too. They're none of that garbage. They're like, these are meaty bread slices. Perfect for absorbing tomato soup.
Thank you,
Okay.
Yasha.
Verity, you're up. Yasha is off the table. You can no longer use his get out of jail.
That's fine. I can only imagine that Verity is doing one of two things. She is either smashing the shit out of some tomatoes, or she is slicing cheese.
Do them both.
Yeah,
Sure.
fuck it.
Sure.
Just grabbing
Sure.
a tomato in each hand and just.
What are you using to smash the tomatoes?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be the Pam end of my my house.
You're like with the one arm, you're slicing the cheese with the halberd, with the other, you're like crushing these tomatoes. in your
Yeah.
face. Okay, that is incredible. I love that there's someone you can have advantage.
Oh my god, thanks.
That's really funny.
Am I using my halberd to do that?
Yes, you can use the halberd.
Okay.
You're gonna 15.
Really?
Are you satisfied with the 15?
Not with the +7, no. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, you can use inspiration first.
Oh wait, never mind. I was supposed to use
Wait,
someone
don't
else
you-
first.
You can
You
use the
can roll
inspiration
with
if you want.
advantage,
It's not a problem. Yeah,
I already
did.
did it. Fine, I'll just...
You can use
I rolled
inspiration
like a- I
or
rolled
you
like
can
a
use them.
six.
This will not be an advantage. You're just gonna take the highest of the three rolls.
Yeah, it's fine. 6.
One extra point, baby.
It's
All right.
better than a 50. Every little bit helps.
It
True.
really does. Sivjamin.
Civ is going to think back into his childhood and remember the worst things that's ever happened to him at a restaurant, getting hair in his food. And he thinks about how many cats have been around Bredrick as of late. And he thinks, maybe I should put some cat hair sneakily in the cheese on his...
But
on
don't
his,
hurt
on
him.
his
Help
grilled
us.
cheese. He wants to sabotage Bredrick.
You want to do some vile sabotage?
Yeah.
Don't hurt him. Help us.
I will require a stealth
Rather,
to try to do that.
you can do whatever you would like.
I will require a stealth
Sabotage
check.
Bredrick would be pretty funny.
He will call
Pretty
you out
funny.
if you fail to beat his passive perception.
How stealthy are you, Civ? Do you have disadvantage on
Not that
checks?
stealthy, but I'll try.
He has disadvantage and a +1.
Oh,
He's
this
effectively
is
rolling at a -4 modifier
Oh,
for this
I'm
check.
nervous. Oh no.
All right.
The best you can get is a 16.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Actually, no. Can I call him? Can I call upon Kasseri?
Yeah, you.
Can you help?
Does Kasseri understand the concept of shedding into a block of cheese?
I mean, she could probably just go rub up against it and it'd be fine.
I think Kasseri will do her best to sneak in. Go ahead and roll one more time flat.
Very nice.
And she will finish the job. You just need to make an opening for her.
Incredible.
All right. Fuck me, I guess. All right. You do an incredible job. You're gonna get Burdick disqualified. You're gonna get his fucking establishment for closed.
Right after we've built it.
Right. Oh my god. All right, the Bredricks are gonna go. This Bredrick. He's gonna do his best to cook. He's gonna roll a 16. It's better than it was before, but not great. Euphemia, you're up last. You gotta put this thing all together. Nobody else has.
All right. So Euphy is going to.
Very good royal skills. You're not cooking anything, you're just plating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Euphy will, would I be able to roll for performance for her, like, plating? She's setting it up very nicely, cleaning the edge of the, like, bowl when we pour in the soup so that it's not everywhere.
Truly in art form.
Yes.
I think 100%. Go for it.
All right, sweet. I am going to, who do we have left to call upon?
I think air.
So I'll just quickly help you guys. As it stands, it's like really, really unlikely that even with the 9 that you guys lose.
I mean, yeah.
It's possible, but it's not like it's probably like less than 20%. You could reroll it if you want to guarantee it. It's up to you guys.
Save our chips, our aces in the hole.
Alrighty.
I will go ahead and let me total these up real quick, and I will tell you the exact number because you would know the score. It's not like hidden information.
I wait with bated breath.
The fucking net.
They would have to roll an average of a 39, or the two of them would have to roll a total of a 39 between them.
So a 19 and a 20.
They do have a +4 modifier.
Okay, so a 15 and a 16.
They would have to roll at least a 15 to 16 on their checks, yes. It's up to you guys if you want to reroll it. I'm simply telling you the odds. Now you can decide if you'd like to reroll or not.
I say save it.
Yeah.
You do have your inspirations if you want to use those. You have a bunch of rerolls. You have a total of 7 right now.
That is true. I will go ahead and use my inspiration because I'm supposed to be good at performance, dang it.
Very well, go ahead. A 19, that
better.
seals the deal. There's no chance they catch up with a 19.
Perfection.
With that, I will go ahead and roll to see how well they do, because let's see if they would have smoked you. They would have smoked you.
Good call. Good call, me. Thanks, me.
With that, I think I'm gonna roll a luck check for Bredrick. I'm gonna call it high, 11 or above. He doesn't notice the hair. Okay, he doesn't notice the hair, and it's incinerated in the furnace as this is baked away.
Oh.
You put it in the baking ingredients, not necessarily in the plated food. With that, you do manage to downplay his meal. It doesn't taste quite as well, but you don't send his career into the garbage.
Oh my god. I didn't want to ruin his life. I just want to beat him at cooking.
I just wanted to get cat hair in his grilled cheese.
He was making grilled cheese. He was just baking a cake or something like that, like a scone.
You're making grilled cheese.
Oh, whatever.
All right, with that, you guys move into the semifinals.
Oh,
And you
god.
watch as the two big boys step into the arena. Jim and Solanius walk on up. The dwarf mutters gibberish in Dwarven, and Jim mutters back as they prepare to cook a mighty feast. What is the dinner preparations for you guys?
Steak and taters.
I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty good. You want to do like a steak frite, like little fries, or like potatoes?
No, potatoes.
All right, sounds good.
Like mini potatoes. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, like fingerling potatoes.
The very same.
Oh, that shit sounds good.
All right, no longer will this be an easy match.
I'm certain.
These will be tough opponents. Opponents. Hold on, I gotta do one more thing.
No.
All right, because each of them get 2 turns. All right, Verity,
yeah.
you get a 4. Civ, you get a decent roll.
Yeah, my roll was ass.
All right, what are you guys making for dinner?
Steak
and taters.
and potatoes.
Steak and taters. Okay, steak and taters. Very
Could
well.
we perhaps make a reduction sauce?
Yeah, you can do whatever you
like
want.
an
I don't
au jus?
care.
Oh yeah, like an au jus.
Oh, okay. All right, Civ, you are up first to the cooking plate.
Civ would like to shear off a large portion of meat for this fantastic meal that we're about to prepare. He is going to use Giant's Might before, so he
To
can
cook better?
so he can be big when he slices the meat.
Oh my god.
What
Oh, they
kind
are-
of meat is this that you have to be big for it?
It's gonna help him out a
He's
little
just
bit.
doing it to be cool.
Alright, go ahead and add a d6 to whatever you roll.
Okay.
He begins
Uh,
to slice these large.
I mean, big longsword.
yep.
+6.
The number of weapons in use in this kitchen is unsanitary. Oh, add a d6.
That is.
Oh, that's with a flat 6. You need to add a d6.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're gonna take 6 off of that. So it's actually only a Well, let's roll a d6. See what you get. If you roll a 6, it doesn't matter. So you roll a 2, so that's actually an 18, not a 22.
that's fine.
You're faster than 18.
I will take an 18.
Very well, you roll an 18. Selenius is going to take both of his turns in quick order as he begins to assault this kitchen and begin. They are also likewise going for like a large slice of meat. You notice they have found better quality ingredients than you have. They are in fact creating a demon tater and steaks. And the steaks is like some exotic dragon meat. It's like the finest stuff you can find. They are both very, very good at this. Selenius is significantly better. I rolled as me. Okay. With an 18, he will keep, and a 12. You watch as he begins to make a mistake. You watch as a leaf runs in and takes over and begins to assist him with a 16. 18 and 16 are their first 2 rolls.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Jim. I got one more. Jim barges in and begins to sort of create these like lovely. The demon taters are like screaming. They're these weird magical like fruits or magical potatoes.
Tubers.
The magical tubers. He's slightly worse. He is slightly worse than Selenius. He rolls a 15. He is going. He's gonna. You have 2 more rerolls. He's gonna. Do I reroll a 15? It's a pretty even chance it gets better or worse. But they're not going to beat you by not taking the ends. Leaf barges in and goes to help him cook. Let's see, can you roll better? He rolled worse. All right. They have a 18, a 16, and an 11. Tornrobe.
Okay. So,
You can do it,
while
buddy.
he's cutting up the meat, I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to use a. Where's my spellbook?
Oh,
There
God.
it is.
A magic comes out.
I'm going to use a sorcery point to cast a spell as a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going, as Civ is slicing the meat, I'm going to be catching the juices that come off of the meat to prepare the au jus.
That's
that happens-
wicked.
While
While that's happening.
While that happens, I take one of the slices of meat that Civ is preparing, that Civ sliced, and I'm cooking that onto a cast iron skillet, adding, your typical salt, garlic, butter, some rosemary.
Based in that shit.
Yep.
All right. I love that. Go ahead and roll performance with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Good description gets a good reward. A 20.
Ooh.
So cool.
All right. You're ahead.
Tornrobe is so cool.
Mrs. Euphemia.
Well, I think as, Tornrobe is going with the meat, Yuffie is going to draw upon her history knowledge of all of the delicacies that she has had before.
Oh my god, okay.
In order to pick out a nice selection of spices to add to the potatoes
I love it.
to
Let's see a
enhance
history
it.
check.
So, Oh, yeah.
Come on, you.
I am going to call upon Kasheri, or not Kasheri,
they're actually not here. You can have air help you, or you don't have any inspiration.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh my god! Why? Okay, she is like the worst possible candidate for this. That's hilarious.
Well, unfortunately,
she runs in, and much like how this roll will be random, she just grabs spices for you and hands them to you. You have no clue what they are, but they might work.
No.
I'll go ahead and reroll. She grabbed the right spices.
By pure luck.
Air, my dear, you've read my mind.
It's like a bottle of rocks.
Wait,
Oh no,
what
it's
is-
in a yellow spice.
What is yellow spices doing here?
It doesn't matter, they're delicious. Jim's up. Jim is going to roll. He is once again on the battlefield. He is slightly worse than his friend Selenius, but he's still a machine in the kitchen. And he rolled an 11, but they have one more free reroll. He got worse. They have cooked very badly. You watch as the
we got
3
this.
Swedish chefs assail Jim and just ruin the kitchen. Spices and sauce go everywhere. All right, Verity, you're up. I don't think you can lose.
I mean, if the components are done, I will make my best attempt at making a very nice plate.
Okay, what are you gonna roll to plate it?
You could do, would you like a suggestion?
Sure.
Okay, I was gonna say you could do like sleight of hand to like do that little plating like flick that they do with like a
The fucking
sauce.
spoon push.
Yeah.
My only other thought is deception in order to hide anything that might be wrong with the dish.
That's also pretty funny. It's up to you.
Deception is better.
You,
I have a nothing to sleight of hand. I have plus
unless
3 to
you roll a
deception.
0, I don't think you lose.
Well, I'm gonna. I got a 10.
With a 10, you manage to plate the food moderately well, and you use some of the vague vegetables to hide some of the less savory parts of the steak.
Certainly.
And with that, you cook up a masterful steak and taters, and it gets handed off to like you see like once the judges have tasted it, like other people like assail the plates and sort of like spread it out amongst the people. Tornrobe, you'd watch over it, look over it, you'd see like Daenerys walking with a whole plate of your steak and taters, and you use your thumbs up. All right. And just like before, Cassius Tesh gives your food a 0 and gives theirs a 10.
Of course
All
it
right.
does.
You make it to the final round, and there's only one last group of opponents
we
who
get
appear
here?
to be the only group of people who could possibly be here is the best in the business. Euphemia, you watch as your brother, flanked by 2 mages of high sorcery, and the person that taught you sword fighting walks up to you.
Yuffie is going to walk up and cross her arms and stand tall because she doesn't care about any of the other folks. She just wants to beat Phonia at something.
Ready to lose?
In your
It's going
dreams,
down.
brother.
Let's cook. This is the dessert round. What are you guys cooking?
Hear me out. Delicious chocolate souffle.
Ooh.
Whipping them egg whites, melting some chocolate, maybe a little raspberry action in there.
Ooh. I'm here for it.
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
What's that one dish with that thing called ladyfingers in it?
Tiramisu is what you're thinking.
Ooh.
Oh god.
You're gonna make a tiramisu? That's an advanced dish.
Oh, that shit tastes like dirt.
Get out of here.
I was gonna say, listen, when I was in college, I took Italian, and our Italian professor made us a tiramisu. Best thing that I've ever had.
Man, I
It's
wish
phenomenal.
that my tiramisu experience was as good as yours. Like, I shit you not, I have had tiramisu in fucking Italy, and I didn't like it.
Oh no!
Oh, I adore tiramisu. It's
I think
incredible.
that's a me problem, though. Maybe I just don't like that dessert.
Yeah. All right. Is that what you're going for? Are you going for tiramisu or are you going for a chocolate souffle?
Either one, it's fine. I don't care.
Chocolate souffle.
right, we're doing
All
chocolate.
right, we'll do the souffle.
Okay.
Right,
I
you guys-
know what I'm doing for the stoofle if I roll high
You
enough.
begin
I
to
roll-
assemble your dessert as you begin to battle. A battle of siblings, which is basically the theme of the whole campaign. I really wish I could have every one of your brothers and sisters out here. That'd be so fucking funny.
Very funny.
Haven
We'll do a
versus
rematch.
Verity.
If you guys save them all, we'll do a rematch, huh?
Tornrobe's long lost bird sibling.
All right, Tornrobe, you are first
Ah,
to respond.
his uncle ripped jeans. Ah!
It's Uncle Rip Cheese.
If I know what you can do, brother.
We have to cook. The final boss is a cooking medal.
The final boss is Gordon Ramsay.
Tornrobe, you're up first.
I am.
Yes, you are up first. Everybody rolled like garbage.
Okay, let's see.
You know steps involved to make a souffle? Do you want to know?
I know you take egg whites and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I think that's a really good job for Civ to do. It's what I
I
would
will
have done
say-
if I rolled better, but I rolled very badly.
This is for the blood. I am going to use every asset these people have to win.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
in that case, could I prepare like the milk and the chocolate,
If you'd like to, yeah.
put them over a
Yeah,
boil?
like a double boiler, fucking melted chocolate shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. But I'll be okay, so here's what I'll do. In one bowl that is metal, I'll cast I'll ready up Firebolt so it's in my hands. But at
Okay.
the same time as I'm readying Firebolt, I'll put a metal bowl on top of it with chocolate and milk on it so that it melts and I'm stirring it in one hand.
I like
and in
it.
the other
Ganache.
and in the other I'm holding the whisk. So I'm freeing up room for the stove for people to use like the stove or the fire or whatever.
I like it.
And I'm going to roll performance because I'm grabbing like bits and pieces of like I'm sprinkling sugar and
Yeah.
what else? That sort of thing.
Yeah, you're getting to cooking. I like it. Go ahead and roll. A 24 is a very respectable roll.
Jesus! Tornrobe is the party chef now.
That's the kind of thing that you're gonna have to be able to do if you really want to succeed here.
I'm sure.
This is the first time I'm
was gonna
doing
say,
this. I don't know how I'm
We've
doing
got
it.
Civ, like the master, like the pancake master, and then we have Tornrobe, the the dessert master.
All right, Civ, you are up next.
All right, Civ's gonna handle the other part of this. He's gonna, I believe it's egg whites, butter, and flour. Am I wrong?
Well, you gotta whip up the shit out of those egg whites, because that's
Yeah.
the leaven ingredient.
Yeah, so he's gonna put
Going at it with the
put
whisk.
the egg whites in a mixing bowl, and he is going to basically take the tip of his sword and point it into the bowl and rub it between his hands to make it spin really fast.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
And he is gonna do it in the most athletic way possible.
Yeah, let's see it. Athletics. Let's go. 23. These are the kind of rolls you're gonna need to beat Phodia. He will try to cheat.
Of course he will.
Sneaky,
I already tried that with Frederick in one.
sneaky Dia.
Can I
All right. Yes.
can I very quickly can I spend a sorcery point to cast a spell as a bonus action?
You already did that, I think. What are you trying to do?
I would like to cast haste on Phodia.
Why?
I know what you're trying to do, and I would like for you to know that Phodia also has haste prepared and knows what you're trying to do.
Never mind then.
Yeah, if it wasn't a wizard, maybe it would work. But Phodia is a wizard. He has that spell prepared in his book.
Damn it all.
Okay.
In that case, can I cast haste on Civ?
Would, you can definitely... Well, Civ already went. Pick somebody that hasn't gone yet.
Oh, Yuffie.
Euphemia, you feel the social contract. Do you accept the haste?
Remind me what exactly.
What's the haste 4.
Yeah.
So haste will, in this context, make you roll with advantage.
Ooh,
You
absolutely.
cook twice as fast.
That's good for you.
Yes. She'll take it.
Okay, great. That's what you guys do. On Leo's turn, the team begins their baking. They break from like a huddle where they've been discussing their plans. They're preparing some sort of like fruit platter, maybe like a pie, that kind of thing. Leo would quickly crack his knuckles, and he throws out a 5th level spell slot. He throws out an enhance ability on everybody in the group around him.
Jesus
So they
Christ!
all have advantage for the whole roll. And Fodia looks over at you, Euphemia, and they'll run to their stations. Leo is going to cook. He is not quite as good as the people around him. He will roll with a +6 or +5. Let's see what he's got. He'll have advantage. I'll roll twice if it's roll low. He will use his once. Sorry, you also get a free reroll. He will go for a 9. He rolled very badly. Okay. Oh no, actually, he would get to have, because it's we had no, he was with a 9. That's what it works. Okay. All right.
So stuck with a 9.
Oh, yep. Next up is Vera. She, on her turn, also casts haste on Fotia. And then she will go ahead and cook herself. She is a little bit better than Leo is. Then she will also have advantage. She will take a 24 total.
Agony.
Whew.
Still ahead by a little.
Next up is Fodia. Fodia is benefiting from both advantage and haste, so he will roll with a plus net 5 on top of his roll.
I cannot believe.
You look at him crack his knuckles. You've never seen him cook before, but he blitzes around the kitchen. He is already the fastest person you know, and he has been hasted, and he has enhanced attributes. He is wicked fast. He will roll with advantage. He rolls a 28.
Yuffie rolls her eyes so hard. Show off.
Next up is Valencia. We'll see if she can manage to do it. She doesn't have as many tricks as the rest of the group. She's just doing her college best. Let's see what she can do. She is just as good at cooking as Fodia is, but does not get the +5. She will roll with a flat +8 for a 17. She does have advantage. Let me see if she gets better. She will not use a reroll. She sticks with the 17. Okay, so it's a hard race. I'll actually have to total this one, and then we'll see who wins. So, next up, Euphemia. You feel the haste flow through you, and you must match your brother in the culinary profession.
Oh man. Okay, so in this case, I think she would trying to think of I think she would walk over to Selenius, and she will ask him, see, I have quite the rivalry with him, and I do apologize for besting you, but I wish to but I'd like to show I'd like to show my brother what we're made of. So if you could get us your freshest strawberries, perhaps, or not strawberries, raspberries, and she is going to use persuasion.
Go ahead.
Raspberry,
I'm trying to think if that's deserved. I it was out of the box, and I'm trying to beat you here. I will go ahead and let you roll that with advantage.
Sweet. Okay.
Don't you already have advantage because you're hasted?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you would already have advantage with your haste, so there's no extra benefit.
Sweet. Well, I mean,
A 26 is very nice.
The 26 is fantastic.
oh
A
yeah.
26 is very nice.
She'll
Yep,
smooth
just
talk and get the
barely-
best.
Just barely behind your brother as you blitz around, going to cook as fast as you can, grabbing the best possible, freshest ingredients. He brings out all the nice stuff they have because they have the actual nice food. This is you're kind of like going around the competition spirit and not using what's available and going for the primo ingredients, but it's fine. Verity, we're the last one up.
It's all on
Listen,
you.
they
Verity.
beefed themselves up with spells. You played dirty.
Horrible. This is a terrible
The souffle
thing.
is done. The strawberries, this little chocolate, oh my god, drizzle. It's all ready. It just needs to be plated.
If you're bad at it, get somebody else to do it.
There's no one else. It's just I got one roll. That's it.
You don't have inspiration?
No, I used it.
Oh shoot.
I don't know. You could use persuasion on Jim to see because he has experience.
Funny enough, I actually do think it would be kind of funny to try and use intimidation on the judges, but that actually doesn't have any difference. There's no difference in me doing that or like rolling deception to plate it nicely, you know? Like there's no difference, but I don't get a bonus for doing that, so I get one roll. I'm gonna plate it the very best I can. Anyone can roll a 20. I got a 17.
A 17. The dishes are prepared. Let me tell the stories.
I actually don't know if that was enough. I think that 9 might be doing some heavy lifting for us, but the other rolls were really good.
Yeah, no, I was just really hoping to find a way to use persuasion because for me it's a +8. She is a smooth talker, even if I am not.
All right. The judges go around and they begin to take your scores.
And before we lose because Tesh is bad.
They all go through, and when it's all said and done, accounting for Cassius's Tesh's -10 to your total score, you win by 1 point.
1 point!
And with that, your souffle is carted off, and there's no medal or anything, but everybody sort of congratulates you, pats you on the back for a job well done, cooking away, slaving inside the kitchen for the last couple hours.
Verity looks winded and relieved.
Euphemia also was winded and relieved.
Eat rotten flesh, Cassius Tesh!
You look over, he's not there anymore.
Good riddance.
It rhymed though, it was funny.
I like that he's just like the generic villain. He's just like Team Rocket as the inconvenient locations. Okay. With that, combat comes to a close.
Terrifying Team Rocket.
The people go back to their things. The celebration carries on into the night. It's a pretty good time to try to break into the keep, you think?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I also think it's time for our winnings.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Let me get your totals.
I'm
Thank you.
going
I am
to
the
say
treasurer.
I'm going to ask a stupid question, but we should have taken a long rest at this point, yes?
You should have been fully rested when you started today's session.
Okay, cool, because I never did that.
You are given 500 gold pieces, Sif.
Let's go!
We needed it.
Yes, we
Now
did.
give some of that to Euphemia.
Because you have won, won 3 of the events, the city will gain a permanent +1 to their morale.
So
Wow, we did so good, guys.
yeah. Also,
I was trying to
think we
beat you
should-
though. I really cheated.
Yeah,
So, guys-
yeah.
Guys, I think we should divide that 4 ways and have it go to our personals this time.
Aww, I love that.
125 apiece.
Aw, thank you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like money. Money fun. Where's my phone? I have to calculate. I don't know how math works.
Funny.
All about the money.
Fodia, I don't think he's that sort of a loser. I don't think he takes too much seriousness in the events of today. I think he enjoyed trying to beat you, but I think he's more of like the only time it matters is if you live or die kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would walk up, congratulations, good job. You did almost as well as me.
Almost.
I did more of the cooking than you did.
But you didn't win. So
You only won because it doesn't
You got some
matter.
really good berries.
I can't fault you for bothering the barkeep and getting the best ingredients. Your support network is part of who you are, no? I mean, you wouldn't have been half as good without your team.
It goes both ways, Fotia.
Yes, I
What?
saw your team trying to bolster you up. I figured I would do that my own way.
You did a wonderful job. Bird, good job casting case. I like to see it.
I'm curious, is
Mockingly.
Fodia the one that do you guys are you guys in competition often? Or at all?
I
Swaft is
would-
curious, not
Yeah, I'm waiting on Finn to answer that question.
I I would say like it's mostly in like a playful, like amicable kind of way. Because I feel like
wins, or is it 50-50?
it's usually Phodia most of the time.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it was.
So-
I
Yuffie is very like smug because she hardly ever wins.
Aw.
Yeah, I think he's happy that you've succeeded. He would take you off to the side. And let me tell you, I think he had something he wanted to talk to you about. Well, I think you wanted to talk to him about something. Is that correct?
Oh my god, I did, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, if he would like, now that you're like you've got a minute, he would say, by the way, I heard you started the barrier. Well, I felt it specifically.
Oh, yes, we came across quite the strange contraption, and I was wondering if you would be able to take a look at it sometime.
Where is it?
Well, I was gonna say, we don't know where the inner
Almost
city
as
one
far
is.
away. Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
almost as far away as it could physically be inside the city.
She'll explain that, and like, at least that's where we found it. There should be one inside the inner city somewhere, but we haven't found it yet.
I've noticed something. The circuits go somewhere, but they're so jumbled and they're ancient. I feel like they were built before humans even moved here. They feel so old, but they just go somewhere, and I'm sure I'll find them. It'll take me some time, but I'll let you know what I find.
Oh, you're the best. She doesn't say that. She'll say, thank you. I'm not sure what all your goal was before the calamity happened, but, I do think I've grown a bit fond of this city, so I appreciate your assistance.
I don't think fondness really matters. If it wasn't here, we'd be dead.
Listen, I'm trying to be sentimental, okay?
You haven't been outside these walls. You haven't seen the beaches or known the horrors that live in that forest.
I have seen the beaches.
Right. Then you must know how dangerous it is outside.
Yes. But
Until whatever... Oh, you're good.
Oh, she was gonna say, but although it is dangerous outside, and although I do have an initial appreciation for the city, there is a certain charm to it.
Right. I suppose. Whatever is causing the outside world to be so dangerous and stormy, if it ever ends, maybe we can head outside. But for now, here is better, yes.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't want you to get caught up in that. I mean, I figured you were safe while I didn't know where you were, but still, quite horrible out there.
Well, I partially came here to check in on you, see how you're doing, and I see you're alive.
Yes, very much so.
And doing okay? He says that questioningly. I know there's, I saw that guy, the judge. Horrible man.
Oh yes, I'd love to behead him myself. But I have grown quite fond of my companions. She is like kind of looking to make sure they didn't hear that because
Right.
yeah. But
Understandable. They sound like nice people. I'm glad they can keep you safe and you can keep them safe. I
Yes.
hear that there's potential the city's going to war soon. Well, specifically war is coming to us.
oh, yes. We're doing our best to prepare. I don't know words to say.
Do you? I mean, he has more to say to you. I'm like, I don't want to just keep rambling as an NPC.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, you can.
Do you intend to stand on the front lines and fight?
If that is what my companions wish for, then I will do my best.
Right. Well, let me know. It's been a while since we fought together, but I'll be there with you.
She kind of lights up a bit at that, and she goes, definitely! Oh, it's been so long! I'd love that.
Right.
Aw.
He would then kind of get a little closer and kind of quiet down his voice, and he'd say, listen, I don't know what's going on in the city, but something bad is brewing. You can feel it in the air. very, very bad soon. I don't know what is causing it, but it feels like the world's going to end again.
What makes you say such a thing?
The spirits around us are tensing up. It's hard to say. The last time I saw it was when I was sailing over here, and then the calamity struck.
Yuffie nods, and she will grab both of Phodia's hands, and she says, well, we are here together, and together I believe there is no storm that we could not weather.
Right. Well, we'll have to take steps then. We'll have to take care of the barrier and get it ready. I'm sure it'll be fine, but just need you to be ready for it.
Yes.
Right.
I'll do my
Stand
best.
up. We're all here. And he would gesture like over his shoulder to where like Valencia and like Yasha are having a chat and be like, we can help take care of you. He would say, I must get back to my team. We're getting some sort of medal for second place, I think.
Oh, congratulations! She kind of says it with like a little bit of a like.
And he would walk off to go do that. All right, cool. So with that, we can probably do the infiltration because it's actually not that big a deal. It's very lightly defended. It's literally just a skill check, and you guys, it'll be 8 skill checks, and you guys tell me what you're doing. So the first 4 will be you guys preparing for the mission, and the last 4 will be you guys breaking in. So what is everybody doing on this investigation? If you want to do it right now while the festivities are happening.
I'm going to be testing out my spells. Like I'll ready up and then put it away.
Okay.
Like I'll test Mage Hand and then put it away, then Light, then Shocking Grasp, and just go like a chromatic orb in each, like a different element in each hand.
So that's your legwork. Your legwork is getting like practice and exercise.
Huh?
Well, legwork refers to like preparing for the investigation. Things that you could say you're doing is I'm gonna go steal a couple of knight errant outfits, and you could do that.
Oh,
This is goofy ass shit. This is like the heist movie. This is the montage before you guys break into the fucking vault.
I see.
Oh,
What are you guys doing?
I'll walk up to Leo.
Yep.
Is there any way you have a scroll for disguise self?
I could get you one. It would cost you.
Could I please have it at a discount for learners, for a student?
And I would like to roll for persuasion.
Go for it.
Fucking student discount.
As 17, the materials alone were what I was going to charge you for. I don't upcharge aspiring mages. 25 gold is the best I can do.
I'll give you 20.
What? He said that.
He turns around and starts talking to the barkeep.
All right, fine.
He spins back around. 30.
You got
All right,
cheap. What happened?
I guess I deserve that.
I fork over the 30 gold.
All right. He takes his 30 gold and spins around and cackles a little bit, and he hands you he doesn't. Do you actually need the spell scroll, or do you want to copy the spell?
I'll take a copy.
Well, because so you are aware that transcribing has a literal cost, right? I assumed you wanted a spell scroll.
Yes.
Okay, he does hand you a spell scroll. You can use it to cast the spell. If you wanted to then learn the spell, there's more money on top of that.
I thought the scroll could allow you to cast the spell itself.
It does, yes, but it's once. So if you ever want to learn Disguise Self, you'll have to buy it again, is what I'm saying.
Got it. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Yep, he hands you Disguise Self, and you have a Disguise Self. So what do you actually want to try to do? Was that your preparation for the heist?
Just take one of those scrolls and then walk around. I will. I'll walk up to Civ and I ask him,
Are you familiar with any of the knights errant that keep guard around the keep?
Well, if you're planning on using that scroll you just bought, I imagine just looking at the guards from a distance would allow you to figure out your disguise.
You also see an incredibly drunk Aura over here who's clearly not leaving anytime soon.
Oh.
If you wanted to have an obvious person to transform into.
Oh.
Actually, that is I will be right back.
And I will go over and try to engage her in conversation.
Oh yeah, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to like be able to see her at all. It just works.
Oh, I know. But what I want to do is I want to
Learn
listen to her voice.
mannerisms.
Exactly. Because I have mimicry.
I think you all already would probably know her voice well enough. But yeah, you can chat with her if you need to get more information. She does not give you any concrete information at all. She is clearly just having fun.
I love it.
Alrighty.
All right, so that your preparation is you're going to get ready to disguise as Aura. Sick. Let's move on. Next up, what is Euphemia going to do for the break-in?
I think, so there's like other knights here, right? Not just like Aura, like...
There's not that many. There's like maybe 5.
Okay, I was gonna say, I kind of want Yuffie to walk up to one of the knights, and kind of like flirt with him a little bit, but to kind of get information about like, you know, are there any like little secrets about the layout, like very much trying to get like the blueprints of the building, but without
I love it.
getting the
All right,
blueprints.
Yeah, go
So
ahead. That's a
how is
persuasion
life
roll.
in the keep?
That's a persuasion roll if I ever see one.
Yeah, she'll like lead in real close, you know,
Oh,
cleavage.
damn.
You nailed it. You get this guy is smitten. You convince him to basically convince him. He like gives up, like not the guard patrols necessarily, but like he describes like, oh, there's a big open room. Like he like describes it pretty obviously, and he mentions a couple things that Civ wouldn't know. And he's like, oh, there's like a couple little staircases. There's a servant staircase that nobody ever uses.
Oh, is there?
I need to continue to ramble on and
Oh,
give you
you're
sort
so
of vague
smart.
Oh God, I can't. Okay, and then we move on. Fantastic, Euphemia. You get bother that poor man. Next up will be Mr. Civ.
Civ is going to like jump up and down lightly and realize his armor is kind of noisy. And so he's gonna walk over to the bar over here and grab a stack of napkins and start shoving it into
I
the
knew
armor.
that's what you were going to. Do you have any like smithing tools?
God, that's fucking funny.
Roll your smith tools. Roll your smith tools to affect your armor.
Huh?
Roll your smith tools. That's like the skill check to like make your armor
Oh,
quieter.
wait, do I have smithing tools? I don't know
You
if I
do,
have
yes.
them. Hang on.
Oh no, I don't care if you have them. You're just rolling the proficiency.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's at the bottom right of your skills.
I have inspiration.
Would you like to use it on that?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Kill me now.
By the end of it, so you're all like doing your own thing. It's like the really like sly montage. Civ is the one that fucks it up. You all look over and you see Civ like walk back over to the group. The joints on the armor don't quite work. They're still just as loud, but he doesn't have the same articulation he did before.
Oh no.
And like the napkins are like tearing, getting stuck.
It's like a napkin that falls out every once in a while.
And one of the napkins is covered like in ranch. It's not nice. All right, Civ did a horrible job. So somebody else is gonna have to pick up his slack. That's one failure for the mission.
Oh my goodness.
Verity, you're up.
So, 3 things.
You fucking-
First
Yeah.
thing, Verity is absolutely eating one of the tester souffles that didn't turn out like as good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Second, actually planned to leave for my funny montage.
That's
in
fine.
that, I wanted to go to the keep with Feta and Kasseri, and I wanted to clock entrances, exits, and maybe like look at them patrols, right? Now, granted, Euphemia already got a lot of that information. The second thing I wanted to do was I wanted Verity to talk to Kasseri to maybe get some pointers on how to move quieter.
Oh my god, that is way too funny. I like to imagine the two of you like crouch down in the corner and discuss stealth, and you're talking to a fucking blue cat.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
talking to
Yep. You go ahead and just walk in. He's kind of concerned as to what you're doing. But you are go ahead and I mean that's like a
I'm just talking to
persuasion,
my.
I
I'm just
think.
talking to my cat.
I think that's a persuasion, or that's. I mean, that's my brain says animal handling, but I think persuasion is funnier. Oh no! All right, that is 2 failures on the operation to break into the keep.
It's unfair, but the dice be that way sometimes. Man, that sucks.
Finneris walks in at this point, sees you all kind of like doing your own thing. Who's still in the area over here? I probably just you, Verity. Civ, he's like walks up to Civ. He's like, Civ, why is your armor filled with napkins?
Yes, it is. I'm eating pizza in real life, so I'm eating some of the food in the game.
Is it just to keep you clean? Are you worried about gunk getting into your seams?
I was actually trying to quiet it down.
Why?
It was getting on my nerves.
You've been wearing that armor for like literally a month.
Never when I was this merry and drunk.
Noted. I see. And he's well. I'm around if you need anything. And he walks over.
Certainly.
Verity, what is he doing? Why are you talking to your cat?
It's a long story. We're not really getting anywhere now.
Yeah, it's a cat. What are you trying to glean?
Don't worry about it. Is it your cat?
He looks around. I don't have a ghost cat. No, I'm sorry.
I hope he finds.
Terribly judgmental right now.
I hope he finds a ghost cat for himself.
Just gotta go kill Pumpkin.
No!
I'll be around, I guess. Where's Tornrobe at? What is Tornrobe up to at this point? Oh, well, actually, let's go back to the top of the order. Tornrobe, you're up for another one. You have to get another success, and if you fail again, the group does not succeed the first leg.
Yeah, we're really bad at prepping for the heist.
You're really bad at prepping for the heist.
So are we prepping for the heist again?
I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm gonna be honest. I'll just make the next part harder if you guys fuck up now.
Okay.
I will ask Daenerys.
I don't suppose there's any kind of boon you could provide me at this moment.
I have no idea what are you doing? You're like basically rolling. He's like confused. He's like, are you all drunk or something? Euphemia's got a night over there. Civ is full of napkins and she's talking to a cat.
We're planning on finding information on someone who is suffering from some disease.
Cool. What do you need from me?
He rubs his chin.
Stealthy.
What do we need?
To be stealthy. We know that there's a servant staircase, which is good information.
Oh! I just remembered.
Do you happen to have the ability to transfer the magical ability to teleport between shadows?
No.
Damn it all!
What is?
Damn it all,
What are you
was really
trying to
good.
do? I don't understand. You're gonna have to tell me what you want if you want help.
We want to be able to sneak in to talk to whoever's in Calder Keep that is suffering from some sort of shadow affliction.
He like turns it Basil?
Is that him?
That is
Yes,
his name. His
that
name
is
is
him.
Basil
That is
Augustus.
Basil!
Yes.
Right. You're trying to sneak in. You can't just walk in?
No.
That's rough. I could.
And how could you do that?
Or you could.
He just
right.
walks. He just walks out the room. Like this. Starts to walk towards the door.
Strut queen.
Alright, he's left. What are you up to now, Tornrobe? Oh, actually,
Man,
roll me
he's
a persuasion
wild.
check.
Persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion? Yeah, roll it.
I will use inspiration.
Oh, that was, yeah, that's the, I hope to get, okay.
Ooh.
21, Daenerys will help you on on your investigation, on your infiltration. You convince him to go out and, he's gonna go, he's not, scoping it out for you, but he's gonna go walk in, because nobody can see him. Alright,
Amazing.
great. Who's next
What a
on the list?
guy.
Actually, anybody who'd like to can take this next one. You need one more success to succeed at the prep. Civ has attempted to make his armor quieter, didn't succeed. Euphemia's got some background information.
I was gonna say, Yuffie could offer to, I'm sure that she would buy these knights that she was talking to a round of drinks so that they're even more drunk. But she would walk over to Verity and kind of see her, crouching with Kasseri and look at her and be like,
Yeah, you're overhearing her conversation, and she goes,
Very,
yeah, just walking works for you. You got paws and stuff.
Very, what are you doing?
You may have noticed, I am not the stealthiest. of the, I got a lot of armor, and I'm very pink.
I can see that, yes. Here, allow me to help you, Very. And she will try and give like pointers in like balance and
Oh my
lightness
god.
in her step.
Oh my god, it's like the fucking Princess and the Pauper scene where like Julian's helping Erica learn how to be a princess.
It's so fucking funny to me because there's never been such an incompetent group of people in like a heist film where they spend the whole heist montage practicing the heist. It's like you're not stealing keys, you're not getting uniforms, you have what you're literally just trying to teach the people that are loud how to be quiet. All right, go ahead and roll something for that.
Man. Perhaps a performance?
I would take a performance.
Okay, sweet.
A 19 is thankfully a success.
Yeah.
2 failures. You have completed the legwork. So you are good to attempt to break into the castle proper. All right. With that, you guys would sneak over. What do you guys think is your plan to try to get in? Are you going over the walls? Going to try to get through the door? You would, in your scouting out, you would have learned that unless you go underground, the only obvious entrance is the front door.
Civ does have a grappling hook.
Air walks outside with you, and she's like, "What are we doing?"
Oh yeah. Hey, Air.
Hi, Air. we're trying to get in so we can talk to Basil about something, but they're keeping him real hush hush under lock and key.
Cool.
Because he is sick, dying,
Right.
almost dead.
Huh. Okay.
That's it.
Do you need my help getting in?
Would you be able to provide such help?
I can like incapacitate one guy maybe.
Sounds good. You're
Cool.
on the team.
What's the plan?
No, we don't have one.
All right. I will ask you guys then. Do you want to try to go past Vito at the front gate, or there are also there's a couple of guards you could try to sneak through on the wall or take out?
Could I?
Where would
Could I have-
that? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask if I could have Kasseri or Feta, one of the two, whichever one is more amicable to the idea. Just do a quick walk around, see if what is not being currently guarded.
Yeah, you would know there are roaming patrols on the wall. There is like a 3-minute window. You guys could climb up and over a wall, and it's just a question of if you guys are quiet enough to do it. The most direct route is to get past Vito at the front door. Those are really the 2 ways you guys have in. There is not much else you can do.
I was gonna ask where the servant
It's inside. It's how you
okay.
navigate once you're in. You still have to get over the wall. That's your first obstacle.
Gotcha.
It's like the first.
I want to go over the wall.
Okay.
I
Over the wall or through the door
have-
is like the first question. Yes.
I don't think going over the wall is a bad idea. I definitely think that's an option. Tornrobe can disguise himself as, but I don't know if Vito will let Aura through. I mean, probably. With us info, not sure.
Civ. Roll me an insight check.
I don't know whose side Vito is on. I don't remember. Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't remember what I was going to tell you. You're good.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't remember if Vito is on our side. Or
That
rather
is-
on Aura's side.
That is a question I cannot answer for you.
Yeah, I know.
Can I roll insight?
I don't think you would necessarily know.
Unfortunately, I don't think that we would know.
I have an idea.
Okay.
To get over the wall, we need to distract the guards up top.
Are there
And
guards
I
up
have a
top?
steel mirror, and people have I believe some people in this party have a light spell of some sort.
Yeah, I have light. I also have darkness.
Well, mirrors don't really reflect darkness that well.
No, certainly not. But it would make everything very dark. No one would be able to see,
Except for Euphemia.
Yeah.
except for Euphemia. Not even I can fucking see.
You don't necessarily have to distract the guards. There is a long enough window that you could sneak through.
Okay. Well then, honestly, if we
You just have to not fuck up a really easy stealth check to get over the wall. Like, this place is barely guarded.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be our best bet.
Yeah.
If we knew what side Vito was on, then I might say Tornrobe with the disguised self, but we don't, and I'm not willing to take that chance.
Well, what is the downside of walking up and talking to him?
I mean, there isn't a downside, but he only got that for an hour.
What? Oh, that's what you mean. The disguised
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, that's what.
You could just go ask him, is all I'm saying. You don't have to. He's not he's not going to be like, oh, why you're at the front gate? I can't let you in. And
Why
then
are you
like,
here?
He's not going to, this is a public place. You've talked to him before countless times. So, yeah. Those are your two options. I'm just curious which one you'd like to go for.
Scale the wall. Scale the wall.
Scale the wall.
Scale the wall.
Scale the wall.
All right, I hear two scale the walls and nobody else is talking.
That
You guys-
is scale the wall.
Make your way over to the wall, and you begin to scale up it. Air is with you guys. She is basically one get out of jail free card. So you say if you're going to throw a grappling hook up?
I am going to look up and make sure that the people holding the torches aren't anywhere near
Yeah.
where I'm throwing the grappling
You see them
hook.
like pass by, and you hear like a door close in the distance, and now you have like your window.
Okay, he is going to toss up the grappling hook.
All right, you have the hardest athletics check. Everybody else will have an easier one after you. These are going to be group skill checks, so everybody in the party will roll, and we'll take the average to see if you succeed or fail.
All right. You said athletics?
25, you sort of whirl this hook around, throw it up in the air. It clings perfectly onto the wall, and you feel it pull tight, and you're able to scamper up the wall. Everybody else will need an athletics check to see you climb up the rope. Basically, the DC for this is 10. Don't roll really, really bad.
God, guys!
Oh, no. I don't have any inspiration.
Verity's just fucking carrying the two of them on her back.
My God. You.
And
Go
can
ahead.
I just tell them to hang on to the rope while I pull them up and do a second athletics check?
You will roll a disadvantage. If you'd like to do that.
Disadvantage?
If you want to do that, you'll roll at disadvantage, see if you can get them up faster.
Should we try it? I mean, what have we got to lose at this point?
It's already bad.
I don't know if I can help you in any way. But yeah, I think that might be the.
With a 16, you wheel around and go to pull them up the wall. Unfortunately, the group is slightly slower than you would have. Basically, because of this slight delay, you start to hear a guard door open. So now, because you did not perfectly succeed the first one, you weren't fast enough to beat the guard, you now need to make a stealth check to get down the other side of the wall. This is also a fairly easy check, just don't fail it again, and you guys are good. So, stealth check. Please remember your armor proficiencies.
This is not gonna go well. Anyone can roll a 20, that's not true. Anyone can roll a 20, and
Twice in a row.
I'm gonna roll 2 20s. I got a 16, that's not bad!
Question.
Yes.
Before I roll, can Yuffie cast invisibility on herself with her innate spellcasting?
1,000% if you want to.
Sweet.
1,000%.
Well, then I'm gonna
Good
do
idea.
that.
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Sweet.
Advantage stealth, advantage stealth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Advantage
okay.
stealth, advantage
We
stealth.
just need
you know what?
Tornrobe.
I'll do the same.
Okay, you're gonna cast invisibility.
Double invisibility.
Let's go.
Fun.
Ooh.
21. The four of you move the rope to the far side and slide down this rope, silent as the night. Air is with you. She is following you as you get out of jail free card. She slides down just behind you guys as you begin to creep further inside. You've made it inside the walls of the keep. In front of you, the building itself lies. It's got a couple of entrances, which are all mostly guarded. The only other option is to go through a window.
How high are the windows?
They're off the ground. This is a defensive building. They're at least third floor windows.
Ah, I see.
You scouted out. There's two guards at sort of main entrance out into the bailey, and then on the sides there's a couple single man guarded doors.
Man, this would be a great time to use my ladder.
If I had one.
I mean, I do have one, but I don't know if I was able to carry it.
Is it in your
It's
inventory?
quite large. It is in my inventory. Yes.
You do in fact have a ladder.
Okay. Well, I have a ladder. Everyone.
It's too funny to say you don't have a ladder.
I do, in fact. I have a ladder, and I have some silk rope.
So what's the game plan, guys?
We could have Tornrobe use disguise self and
He's already
man.
invisible.
I was gonna say, well,
Yeah, that's true.
You can hand the scroll to somebody else.
yeah.
Who would I hand it to?
Civ or Verity, the other two people that aren't invisible.
I was gonna say Verity
Yeah.
probably, because Civ at least is like a knight, kind of.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Civ is a knight.
Verity, not Civ, or also wears plate armor, you would sound a lot more like her.
Okay, that sounds good then. I will take that on then.
Here, you need this more than I do.
And I hand the scroll over to Verity.
Okay.
She's not even here. She's over here. All right, you have a scroll of disguise self.
I mean, if we're trying to get through, like, I mean, is Civ allowed in here? I hope so.
He is in fact not allowed in here.
Well, but if I'm disguised as Aura, maybe
You just gotta
they'll let it
bullshit your way
fly.
through. Oh yeah, do you want to sneak through one of the single doors on the sides?
Yeah, I will go ahead
Yeah,
and
let's do
disguise
that.
myself as Aura, and we'll try.
Yeah, cool.
That.
This guard sees you walk into the torchlight, snaps to attention, and then gets really confused when 4 people follow you. He's like,
How many? Four? Four?
Commander, well, Aura's here, or Air's here.
Air is here, yes.
Commander, what's the deal?
Oh god, I'm terrified.
She is her
Wait,
her back to
wait.
the guards
Why would my back be to the guards?
because you're walking away from them.
Wait,
Why
No,
wait.
we're walking to a door. What's up?
I meant to say this before. I had my mic muted.
Yeah.
Can Civ hand the beers in his inventory, which in fact he has 4 of, and say have her like say she's sorry they couldn't make it to the cook-off?
Oh, like I
brought
brought
them
them
beers?
beers.
Is that what you want to go for, Verity?
Does that sound like something Aura would do? You know her.
Well, if she's smashed like she is,
My
She
action
could also be trying to
God.
get schmoozing up the other guards because she doesn't have that much of a pull. So I could see
Yeah.
her wanting to do it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Verity will clear her throat and try very hard not to talk in an accent.
I'm getting rid of the beers out of my inventory.
All right.
That's fine.
So I was going to make because it does not change your voice or the way you speak. I believe. Let me check.
Yes, that does make sense
It
to
is
me.
it just changes what you look like. So I was going to make you roll at disadvantage originally. I think the beers bring you up to a flat neutral.
That's fine.
Hell yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you say to this guy?
I was just looking to bring some of the party back here. Hands him a beer. I don't.
How do you say we're trying to get through the door? Because that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Also, that I don't know what's behind this door is the problem.
That is a very fun problem to have.
Hmm.
You could guess.
Maybe
You could just name a building and say you need to get to it, and if it's inside the building somewhere, you're not that wrong.
I don't even know what buildings are inside the building.
It's a castle. It's got like the bog standard stuff. Like every kind of generic castle, there's like probably a barracks. There's probably a dungeon. There's probably a solar. Like
Probably
What's
like a
a solar?
library.
a solar's like a reading room in a library.
Ah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like on the top floor. It's got the biggest windows in a defensive castle usually for like window light. It's my favorite room in a castle.
That makes sense. Yes. I can only guess. Where am I taking all of you? Maybe we're going to the solar. Who knows?
Well, you'd imagine he's probably in one of like the noble rooms or like visiting bedrooms.
I don't know.
But also, you wouldn't want to mention that to the guard, right?
Yeah, I doubt that I want to say that's who I'm going to see. Yeah, it says.
Surely we don't want to drink out here in the rain. Maybe we should go back to our quarters.
Yeah, that is as good as an idea as any. She will say, we're going to head to the solar for more drinking.
It's dark out, but that's understandable. Go ahead and roll your deception check.
Whatever. I don't.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm happy you mentioned my favorite drink or favorite room.
Oh.
I was gonna say,
for this, guys.
would Yuffie be able to possibly help by like pushing on like Verity's back to like remind her to straighten up or something to look a little more presentable?
I think just like before, covering for your teammates results in a disadvantaged roll. What skill do you think would be useful in that situation? My brain, I don't think that's a persuasion. You could maybe get away with performance or history.
I'll do performance because I'm better at that.
Disadvantage, please.
I mean, you did better than me, but I did very badly. I rolled a 2. Yikers!
You watch as this knight looks at you, and there's kind of like a squint. He's like, "What? Who are?" And you.
All right, time to fight. Or air help.
And you watch as Air holds out a hand to him and says something in magic, which you can realize translates to the words "drown."
Oh no! God!
And you watch this knight fall over as water starts to slap out of his mouth onto the floor. And she walks up, grabs his keys, and unlocks the door.
Oh man!
Good job.
Go.
Let's go.
Right then.
I ate shit. That's as good as we're gonna get. We gotta go.
You guys sprint into the room. You would know that she's probably not going to let that guy die, but you're not certain. You guys run into the room.
If anything, we put a beer mug next to him. He drank himself silly.
That's incredible. That's perfect cover story. It's so fucking funny.
His mouth is open and the rain's falling into it.
You have hella zingers tonight, y'all.
You all run in, and once you're inside the castle, like it's basically like abandoned. There's nobody in here. You sort of creep along slowly, like you would outside in the city, although you're kind of lost. Civ, you have a vague idea of where you're headed to, and you're able to sort of start to navigate. You get wickedly lost. And as you round a corner, you would basically bump into Thaneris, who says, I found you. Follow me.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God.
And he leads you up like the staircase and down like a hallway. It's like a maze in here. And he would stop at a door, and he would knock on the door. And you would hear a sort of not old, but like a sort of weak voice, like, "Oh, come in." And he would say, "Come again," and he would walk in. And Basil would look up at Thaneris, acknowledge his presence, and say, "Oh, Thaneris, welcome back."
What
and
a
then
guy.
you would all follow in. Thaneris looks at you guys and says, "My job is done." And he stands in the corner.
Thank you,
Oh my
Thaneris.
God, what a real bro.
Tornrobe, roll me an insight check.
Sure thing. Wow.
Cool. Nice try.
I have an idea, but
What's that? If you mention it, it might be right.
well, I'm just thinking that Basil doesn't have that long to live left. So like
That is what the insight
that
check
is-
was for. He is so
Yeah.
close to death that he can see the Reaper.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
You
he's
guys walk
out-
in.
Man.
And he would not sit up. You see, he's like got his like they're like kind of like basically like noble jammies on, that kind of vibe. He's like
Aw.
tucked in super deep into this bed. He's in the middle of a bed, which is like twice as big as like the average king size bed. It's got like the funny like veil kind of drapes on the top of it.
I just think of like Prince themed like footsie pajamas.
Exactly, but he's like tucked in tight into this bed. And he would sort of not even move to like sort of sit up. He would say, "What brings you? You snuck in here for me?" And actually, he probably wouldn't say that. No, we'll say that. He knows that.
What did this to you?
What did this
You already know, friend. There's some and he would like kind of start to cough a little bit and like literally like a visible shadow kind of coughs out of his mouth. Before it was like this like gray dust or like black liquid, like a shadow coughs out and you watch it like hit the floor and slink over to like a nearby shadow.
Mm.
Good God.
Jesus.
Well, unfortunately, that's neither here nor there. We're here because we need to talk to you about something.
It's
Oh,
urgent.
Really. Specifically, a letter that Civ received from his father and some information contained in it.
go on.
Found it at my residence. It still stands, and the letter was still there when we last arrived. It basically spoke of two people that might have caused the wall to break. The barrier.
There's like a knowing look on his face, and he would sort of give a quiet sigh. He said, "I received a missive about the Spellblades as well from your father, but I thought it was a impossibility. It couldn't be true. Nobody would do that." You think it's real?
I have no reason to doubt my father. Never did. A true and honest man till his last.
Right.
And that's
Um,
why we came here to speak to you,
Hmm.
who I believe you are the same.
right. There is nobody inside the city that was stronger than the king or your father. Anybody, they would have to be heroes at least to be able to do such a thing. They might likely are not even from this plane of existence.
As I'd feared. Any leads, any help at all would be paramount to this situation. We've found a way to turn the exterior barrier on. We likely want to do the same to the interior one, but if it's just there to be broken again,
Well, you have to figure out who or why. The inner pylon, it's directly underneath the keep. It's about 4 layers down, but those passages are caved in and flooded. There's no way in from the keep. I checked when I was still able to walk. If you're going to get down there, you'll either have to find some way to breathe underwater or to head in through other passages.
Underwater time.
Yuffie will ask, do you know anyone who would want to destroy the barrier? Like a
We
rival
were-
country or something?
No country would still be standing, except for maybe yours.
She nods.
We are allies with Pyralia. They would not attack us. Most of the other countries are busy taking care of themselves. But I would assume if anybody survived, it would be Goldcrest.
She nods and she says, well, as far as I'm aware, we have no qualms. So I could not imagine it'd be someone from Goldcrest unless they acted upon their own accord.
I wouldn't be so sure. There was something we saw inside the city. Some hulking behemoth of gold. It isn't strong enough to have done it, but a couple of them could have. What is that thing doing here if it's not at war?
That is something we're trying to figure out as well, because they are a Goldcrest creation, but it appears that they've gone mad. They're under no one's control but their own, as far as we're aware.
it kicked me clean through a wall.
Right. I don't know.
I mean, you could have a point if we think that something in the city is causing things to act confused or fight on end for essentially no reason. And then that explains the behavior, but it doesn't explain why it's here.
Right. Have any of you seen anything weird? Anything otherwise bizarre that you can't explain?
Define weird.
Civ
We're
I'm trying
grasping
to
at
think of what's
straws here.
not weird enough.
looks at the dude in the corner, the Reaper.
I don't
As
think
you
it's-
do that, he would say, "Don't worry, I know my time is near."
Yuffie is going to cast Prestidigitation on, like, his blanket to make it a little bit warmer, like a little bit cozier.
Fantastic! I love that.
Nice.
Man, she says, well, we have seen, what is it? I don't know how to describe it, the funny lightning stuff.
Static lightning.
It's static lightning is what we describe it as around here.
Yeah, static lightning. Which I'm assuming that's not been seen before.
It is very uncommon. He would
Okay.
probably not be able to be like, Euphemia. I think this is a thing that you would know. Those showed up during the first cataclysm.
Okay.
That is a foretelling of that happening again, not of this. That you would be able to tell. They might be connected, but it's probably like that could have been for that as well.
Gotcha. Yuffie,
That static lightning we saw earlier was bad.
we've all seen visions of a woman named Astrid. She looks to Air, like, a little unsure, like...
Yeah.
But...
I think at this point, Erin knows she has a sister, but she hasn't regained all the memories of, like, their relationship together.
Right.
And she would probably say, yeah, apparently she's my sister.
Yes, and, I have spoken to her briefly, and it does appear that she's not from this plane, though... From what I can understand about her, I don't believe she would have any reason to break the barrier.
They seem to be fighting the same darkness we are.
Well, it's always a possibility that she did. Maybe they lessened their own suffering by setting it on us. Who knows? She might be a lead. Do you have any idea where you could find her?
The only place that you mentioned was that Candleat place, but
Candlelight and the Breach were mentioned quite frequently.
I've never heard of such a thing.
probably not.
Well, those are leads, and that's what you have to follow to get to the truth. See if you can't seek her out, I guess. I'm sure she could tell you many things.
We would also like to seek out the herbs to come to your aid, but
And
we haven't
it's-
been able to make it yet.
It's too much to risk to save little old me. They'll be back to attend me at some point. You shouldn't stay here too long.
Right.
Surely you could open the gates for us so we could help
Visit?
the city as
Oh,
in your absence.
what do you mean by that sentence? I don't follow.
Well, we're kind of locked out of the keep and we had to sneak in this time. If he could give an order to open the keep to certain parties, that would be nice.
I don't have very much weight. I have already renounced my control and given it to Aura. If you wish to get into the castle, you'll have to help her. If you need to talk to me, he gestures to the nearest thing in the corner. He can always get to me.
Can I make another insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
What do you want to know, brother?
exactly how close is he to death?
It is entirely plot relevant. I'm not going to give you guys a number.
Okay.
Oh.
He is close to death. It's like how do I put this in a way that makes sense? I will tell you because there is no strict number. You guys can mess around as much as you guys want. That is true up to a point. You think that if you don't enter the alchemy district before the end of this act, which is done at the defense, he will die.
Ooh, okay, we've got to get there before we get the morale up. Joy. Okay, we're gonna fight a dragon.
Yeah, normally I very much detest giving you guys deadlines, but his death is in fact plot relevant whether it happens or not. So
Yeah,
that is what you have going for
Makes
you.
sense. Good.
Um,
Okay, so that's
I
a
guess
side quest.
that's all
we're
we
gonna try
really
and
have
take
to
on.
talk about, really.
Wow!
right?
Oh my gosh, that was some good info, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Civ
good
is going to
info.
approach the side of the bed
Mhm.
and like I guess like embrace his hand, like you know how soldiers do that
Yeah.
handshake, but he's gonna do it real softly on
Civ.
him, and then say farewell, but hang in there a little longer.
He so like when you go to pull away, he sort of tenses up and grabs your hand, and he would look at you, and he would say, regardless of what you say, or they say, I and your father are proud of you.
Damn.
Civ takes in a deep breath, trying to hold back like I don't know, a little bit of tears.
Mhm.
And turns away and says to the party, we should probably get out of here. It seems
Yeah,
we
you
still
hear
aren't
like
welcome.
staircases sort of like rustling, and you know there's his retainers coming to take care of him. And with that, you sort of sneak out back the way you came. Thanos leads you back down a staircase, and you're sort of pushed out into the like you walk past this unconscious guard. There is like a puddle of seawater in front of him and a tankard of ale sitting in it, splashed on its side.
Please tell me he's alive.
He's alive, yeah. He's just really having a bad day.
Drown. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Air would have already like climbed up the wall, and she would have like let down a rope for you guys, and you're able to bounce out over the castle walls.
Slay.
And she would sort of be walking around. You know, all the four of you kind of just probably don't go past Vito, but you like break out over here into the main plaza. Air says that went pretty well.
Yeah. I'm still like, disguise bad.
Anybody who is proficient can roll Arcana.
Anybody who's what?
Proficient in Arcana can roll it.
Sweet.
Ooh, Arcana. I am not proficient, so I will not do anything.
With a 15, if it wasn't painfully obvious, Drown is not a normal spell.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say, who tried to cast that on her? Was that,
The Chaos Knight cast it on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Oh.
remember Yuffie, like, getting drowned almost. I think she, like, barely dodged.
This was exactly the same spell.
That does not bode well.
Oh, okay.
Right.
A little unnerved.
So, what are we headed back to the party? Or?
I mean, yeah. What else is there to do for tonight?
Cool. With that, yep.
No, that's it. That's it.
With that, you guys break in to the tavern, which is a sort of feast. There's sort of like the back doors are open wide. The heat's kind of venting out, so it's not quite as warm, but there's twice as many fires and they're twice as bright. And you sort of see hundreds of refugees sort of like milling about, eating like a tenth of a quiche. But everybody's having a good time, and there are drinks around. Do you guys head to go to bed, or do you want to drink a little bit, have some fun?
I gotta take off here because it's past 10.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We can stop.
Go to bed it is.
Yep.
With that, you guys tuck in for the night. with a sort of wealth of information.
Yeah.
And 2 quests completed. So just so you guys know, for the Explorers Guild, it will level up to level 2 because you've done a quest for them, which means that you will get a cheaper versions of his reconnaissance, and you will be able to learn his feats.
Ooh.
Which those are expensive. They're like 500 gold apiece, but they are permanent passive benefits.
Ooh.
Nice.
Fancy.
With that, I hope you guys had a fun time doing our little goofy session. I know we had 2 sort of less important ones in a row, but we had some big plot development.
I was gonna say no. These were great. Oh my god.
I love the plot.
Yes.
I am so intrigued.
Same
I feel like I
here.
don't talk a lot unless it's like relevant to stuff that I'm 100% familiar with.
Yeah, butting in is half the fun of D&D. You just got to make yourself loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you guys for playing in my game. Hope you had a fun time.
It was a blast. Thank
Had
you
a
for running
fantastic
it.
time.
Oh, it was
Oh,
amazing
fun.
as
Happy to be
always.
here. Happy to be here.
Yes.
Oh
And
man, so
oh.
much fun stuff.
yes.
Mm.
Very fun.
Very good.
Really quick, do we want to figure out what we guys want to do next week? So quest options include you could do the quest for the keep, which is to go out with Aura, Vito, and I don't remember the other guy's name. Fergus of Twilight. Head out with those 3 and attempt to break into the Alchemy District.
Mm.
You could do that if you want to. It's up to you guys. It would basically, doing it now is like you're not either. You would know that like you don't have time.
Yeah.
You can, as long as you do it before the act ends, you'll be able to get back in time to save Basil. But you don't have time to level up and upgrade the keep anymore. Like you'll have to take the hit to reputation that R is going to get.
What are the other choices?
Other quests you could do. You could go out with the Mage Tower and do their quest. I'm trying to think of what else there is to do. I could probably you could like go out and look for like Abdul or something. You could go out and look for the Alchemist or the Artificer.
Abdul!
Those are both options.
I just vote for the Alchemy District then.
Alchemy District for sure.
I think, yeah, I'll have more minor quests, but it's like we could do a pretty important act next time.
Yeah.
I feel like after 2 episodes of
Downtime, it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
about
have
time.
500 gold pieces. Feel free to plot what you guys wish to buy from the city. There is, in fact, Dragon Killer Sake available,
Hey.
Yes,
which
that's
will give
true.
you immunity to the Dragon Sphere, which will be very, very good.
Yes. I
Also,
do.
Doug,
Yes,
I noticed that Brash Defense has a couple of crossbows,
they do.
and they don't cost any gold.
Oh, they would be. Yeah, that's because I did not adjust their costs.
Damn it.
It will be 500 gold pieces.
Free crossbows. Get your free crossbows.
Free-
Here,
they
kid. You
were
want
plus
one?
ones.
I already have a free +1 crossbow.
In my other campaign, my players would have immediately bought all of them, so I'm happy.
I thought it was a mistake, but then I was like, oh, but wait, we just upgraded it. Maybe he's giving those away.
Nope. They would, in fact, cost 550 apiece.
Damn it.
Yep. It's because magic items don't have a base cost. You have to do it manually.
I will make sure that I actually look at and prep relevant spells.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Just to remind you guys, you're going to get one opportunity to break in. You are essentially looking to get into the greenhouse. It's not going to be a peaceful trip. It's going to push you guys to your limits. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 weeks. And you, basically you have to succeed if you want to get the thing. Otherwise, you're not going to get another chance.
Right.
There are optional objectives. There are other things in there to find. One thing particularly you know about is the herb that will save the immortal.
oh yeah, I forgot that that's also in there.
So yeah, you'll have to, basically it's like how many fights can you get through to accomplish your objectives and find cool stuff. So with that, we know what we're doing next week.
Yeah.
It's been fun,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
Oh
time.
man, and I guess in that case it is time to end stream. So I'm not going to do a raid because I don't do it after D&D because I'm lazy. I don't want it. So with that, it's time to sign off. So good night, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and it's time for you to blast off to wherever the heck you're going. So good night, everyone.
Good
Good night, everybody.
Night.